You said
I,
I
I,
just want to.
I know, but
You
let me
have
just.
more.
So no, I don't. I was just gonna put a last caveat. I said how I believe it's the same. Can you tell me how it's different?
That's what I was about to do. Okay. So
Sure.
what you describe when you describe Christian nationalism, from your point of view, is that it means that people want to place their religious leaders in positions of authority in the government, correct?
And, and through a democratic process,
Right,
pass
right, right.
the laws
They
and
want to get their
correct.
leaders into place through
He said
whatever
exclusively
process.
though,
But okay, well,
which
let's
is the first error in his premise.
can I finish again, please? You don't let anybody
Yeah,
finish.
no, you can finish. I'm
Jennifer
not
ain't gonna
stopping
let
you from
nobody
finishing.
finish. You are.
Well,
I all
talking
I
over
did
me,
was
that
add the reality.
the mic
All I did
volume
was
is
add.
so fucking low.
All I did was add the reality of what he said, and then I shut up. So just keep going, keep trucking. Don't make it about me. Make your point.
It's about me when you talk over me with my low ass fucking
You're
voice.
still
Now,
doing it now. You're
but
still doing it.
anyway,
Never interrupt my favorite part. This is the part where we complain for 5 minutes about being interrupted instead of explaining the thing. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
I'm gonna peace
so
out if that's what this turns into.
Well, you're propagating it by pushing it. So just let her go.
I am
Go
not.
ahead.
Just let her go.
Let her complain a little bit, and then she'll go. Hopefully, go ahead. Go ahead, Nikki.
so Christian nationalism, by your point of view, you said was getting these religious leaders put into the positions of a power and authority. The thing about a democracy is that you're you have actual people, citizens pushing for that to happen. In a theocracy, no individuals are pushing for their chosen religious leader to be put into a position of power. In a theocracy, the government is the religion and they tell you who will rule over you based on what the religion that is in control believes. If you go to, nobody's going to elect a pope to change the Catholic Church. That's a theocracy. And they are, I'm sorry if you don't believe they're a sovereign nation, but they are. Their Vatican is literally a sovereign nation ruled by the Pope. In theocracy, what happens is rather than having checks and balances, there are none. We don't live in a world anymore that would be possible because of technology. There will always now be checks and balances as long as we have the tech that we do. Our auditors are some of the people proving that.
Okay. So let me ask you a question, and then I want to get off this. Plus, I'm at work too. So I agree with everything that you said, right? The only thing that I would add to it, let's look at Christian nationalism in its conclusion. If all of the political figureheads were Christians, right, and we have this so-called democracy, right, and then you try to vote something into law that's against Christian doctrine, it's not going to make it. That's where the disconnect between you and me is, right? I'm saying in practice, by definition, it sounds good, but you don't have a real theocracy if all your heads of state is Christian and they stand on Christian ethics. So the democracy process is not a real democracy process.
So
That's
let's
the
jump
point that
in
I'm
there.
making.
Let's jump in there within a democracy. Not only do the Christian nationalists want to get their guy into power, you also have the secular groups who want to get their guy into power. And so what
Gonna need a
happens is,
pause. Gonna need a pause. I apologize, but it's donations and they come first. Thank you very much. I'm not sure if you wanted me to call it out, but you are here. If you do, otherwise, thank you very much for your donation. And you deserve a clip. What kind of clip should we do? This one, because it's funny.
In for the tip, in for the tip. Look me in the eyes, me in the eyes. Everything all right? Everything all right? May I? Yes, please, before you go. I'm very lonely here.
Ratchet That shit, dirty old plot. 69 assholes, time and a night. Hooray, hooray, lizard shit, lizard shit. Fuck!
Tell me that ain't me in the desert.
Shit, I was talking. Thank you very much for the donation. Money is better than love. And thank you for being here to support the nonsense. Go ahead, guys. We'll get to the debate here ASAP. There's not much left, I don't think.
I was speaking when you left off, and I'm good.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. So I had to do the money. I had to do the money.
I'm good. I
money.
got silent. I just wanted to jump out. Yeah.
No, you can keep. You can finish.
I'm good. Let's watch your debate.
Because if I don't address the money, then it's disrespectful. Money is better than love. Fuck love, give me diamonds. I'm gonna get that. Fuck love, give me diamonds. You ever hear that, Iggy Azalea? Fuck love, give me diamonds.
Just
hear it?
That's great.
For the people who weren't here.
Sorry, CFW. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we've had over 200 years of Christian nationalism. It's led to a more secular society. A majority, an almost exclusive majority of Congress and presidents and state governments are all Protestant or Baptist or some other form of Christian. And yet our courts have remained politically run and operated. And we constantly rule against Christian values in favor of constitutional values and political values. So the evidence is that Christian nationalism does not lead to a theocracy. And of course, if you load up Christian nationalism with all of the components of Christian theocracy and change the definition, sure, then you've created a situation where there's no distinction between the two things, but all you're doing is just lying to yourself and creating a semantical phantom.
Okay. I'm going to have this as a clip soon.
Gotta like speed it up or something so you don't get hit.
What's that?
You gotta like speed it up or slow it down or something so you don't get hit for using
That's only it's only 10 seconds. They won't nail you for 10 seconds. Not usually.
Oh, nice to know. Thank you.
I'm pretty good at this. Yeah. I used to play Bow Down Before the One You Serve. I used to do that when I was became the king of motherfuckers.
Got money. Do anything for you. That would be badass.
Sped up like that?
No, if
10 seconds is safe, you're saying? Like I'm not
yeah,
a gamer, but I don't know these things.
If it's 10 seconds under, you're usually pretty good. 30, you can get away with 30, but
I would donate just to hear the God Money clip.
Does anybody know what the purpose is of the separation of church and state?
Yes.
What's the purpose of church and state?
To protect state rule over the church's influence in politics. They were trying to ensure that the church had an important role in politics and in Christian nationalism. It was to ensure Christian nationalism be protected from the authority of the state and interference from a state body.
Now, my understanding of that is the complete inverse. I could have swore the whole purpose of the separation of church and state is so the church wouldn't have a big influence in politics, and so we wouldn't have like these other governments, a state that's ran by the church, like how it used to be. That was my understanding of it.
The first part of that you had wrong. The second part is the same conclusion. When you keep the church and the state separate, you ensure the sanctity of both. So the deists who came like this is the phrase church, separation of church and state comes from Thomas Jefferson. and it was in a letter that he exchanged with a Baptist, I believe, who was concerned about the church losing power. And Jefferson tried to assure him that wasn't the case, and that's why they would keep a wall between the two. But the point of that is not just to protect the church from the state, but also ultimately to protect the state from the church. But what the founders were creating a society of was fleeing the Church of England, where the state was the church, and that's
That's the point.
why. Yeah, but they were creating a society based on religious freedom, not state freedom. They had a healthy fear
Right.
of the authority of the state. They thought the church was dope.
Yeah, but the reason why I brought it up because we're talking about if we
Incorrect.
are a Christian nation or not, and if it's founded on Christian principles, and if it's under Christian nationalism. But the fathers explicitly like intended us not to be a religious state, right?
You
So I
keep
wouldn't
saying
say that we. uh, So I wouldn't
Incorrect.
say that we
Both
are
of you
a
are incorrect.
Christian nation under how the country was founded because they explicitly put a separation so the church wouldn't be the head like they were the head from where they come from. Excuse
Both
me.
of you are incorrect.
I'm not incorrect.
The people who came here led the.
Church of England.
That's what I mean. The church that was based on the royalty of
Why did they
United
flee?
Kingdom. Because
Finish what you're saying, Ken. Finish. Just finish. He gonna throw you off. Just finish what you're saying.
So when they came, they wanted freedom of and from religion. If you didn't
Exactly.
want to be part of it,
That's not what he said in his letter.
Okay.
In order to protect the church and their religion, they acknowledged that there must be a separation. Otherwise, the two would inevitably become intertwined. But the pilgrims fled because they didn't want the state telling them how to practice religion.
Correct.
Yes, they had an admonishment for the state, not the church.
No, but
they thought the
hold on,
church
hold on.
was. They thought that God was the ultimate
He
authority.
messed that up. He messed
They
it up
were
because
literal.
at that time,
They were literal theocrats.
Yes.
The pilgrims
so
were.
it's kind of
Now
their theory.
The founding fathers were Christian nationalists.
So do you?
So it's kind of
hold on.
Ken.
That's the last thing I had to say about this because I was already doing this. Otherwise, I set back, right? So, do you believe that the First Amendment gives you freedom of and from religion, or only of? Do you must claim religious status in order to have protections of religion that you don't have protections from it?
Correct.
And that right there is why there's a contention here, because you believe that
I don't believe it. It's written right in there.
I disagree.
And it's the way it's practiced in the United States.
I disagree because freedom of religion would then mean that any religion, and it shouldn't have to be established religion, it could be paganism, it could be worshiping a rock. You should have the freedom to do that and have the freedom not to be oppressed by another religion. And that is the freedom of religion. And that is an inherent thing that everybody should understand. And you're saying that is not that.
No, I didn't.
But you just
That's
did.
literally what I just said. No, I did not.
Yes, he did.
And from religion. And you, so maybe you didn't answer, maybe you didn't hear what I said. I apologize. 1 second.
The only way you could have the freedom of your religion is if another one can't take a dominant force. This is my point. The principle is freedom of religion. And the give and take, the acquiescence of that is freedom from religion. That's the acquiescence, not the principle. As was described in the letter between Jefferson and the Baptist that he was talking to, where he coined the phrase separation of church and state, which is nowhere in the Declaration of the Independence or in the Constitution.
But then why are you phrasing it as if I'm incorrect when I am not?
Right.
Because you are.
Right. What is he
Because you
incorrect
think
about?
because you think that the founders were worried about the state being taken over by Christianity. They weren't.
No, that was
They
your
wanted
position.
they wanted the state to be heavily influenced by Christianity, and in fact they were all Christian nationalists. Even the deists considered themselves Christians of a type. Jefferson, for example.
So you think that they set it up
This is crazy.
so that if you didn't have a religion that you could call on for protections under the First Amendment, then you don't have those rights of religious freedom under the First Amendment unless you have a religion you can claim?
I don't even understand what you're asking.
That's the issue.
May I jump in here?
But I think your question is malformed.
I disagree. Does anybody else understand what I'm saying?
May I jump
I
in here?
absolutely understand what you're saying, and it sounds like Dennison is trying to have it both ways because I
I'm
think
not
it's a
sure.
little misleading.
Let Nick,
It's a
let
little
Nick-
misleading. It's. Go ahead.
May I?
Sure. That's why I said
Okay,
let what you
so-
go, and he contended, yeah, or conceded.
So-
Yeah.
I'm
What
out.
I'm
Be blessed.
hearing, what I'm hearing from Kent, so that I make sure I answer the right question, is because it only says of and not, doesn't say explicitly from, does that mean if you don't have religion, you don't have freedom of religion?
Correct.
And what I'm hearing Jen say is that the from is implied by the of. And so therefore, even if you don't have a religion, you still have freedom of and from it. He's saying
Correct.
and, not or.
And it's still of in principle, even when
Yes,
it's
because
from.
the from is implicit from the of.
Right. And it's only a consequence of the supremacy of the freedom of religion. It's a necessity
But
derived therefrom. And y'all don't want to admit that. You keep and you're
okay.
basing all of your arguments on it too by claiming that we're not a Christian nation, that we don't have Christian nationalism, that Thomas Jefferson wasn't
Uh-uh.
explicitly talking about protecting the church and not protecting the state, that the
You're
founders.
disagreeing to disagree
No, I'm just talking about reality and you don't like it.
because you're literally saying what I'm saying.
No, I'm not.
You are.
You guys really
I don't
are,
know
though.
what you're
You're
saying. My
saying
argument
it
was with the
different
guy
ways.
who said that we're not in a Christian nationalist society, that the founders literally were worried about protecting the state from the church and not the other way around, and that we have never been Christian nationalists, and that Christian nationalism is the same thing as Christian theocracy. That's what I'm arguing against.
So,
All of those things are
so,
historically false.
here's what I will say. It's like, so it's misleading, right? And then whenever you keep the context in the context of this
Yes, what you're
letter,
saying is
because
misleading.
we also have context of people leaving England, fleeing from England because the church slash state. What Dennison said is because whenever the pilgrims came, they was fleeing the state. Well, that's kind of misleading because the church and the state was one and the same. So whenever we talk about this and say that, hey, they were leaving because they wanted freedom of the state or they wanted freedom of the church, well, they was one and the same. You know what I'm saying? So it's like double talking. So you can't have it both ways.
If you can't
But we're
understand the
saying,
nuance, that's your problem.
but we're saying that what we're saying, because here's what his crux was, right? It's a Christian nationalist nation in formation. I mean, in its inception. And if that was the case, they would have clearly made it that. But they was explicit in their writing saying that they didn't want it to be explicitly
They
a
weren't.
theocracy or a theology. Yes, they were in the
Their writings say the exact
in
opposite.
the Federalist papers. Because if they wanted that to be the case, they could have simply made it to be the case.
Their writings say the exact opposite of you. The
They
only
could have
person who
made
ever
it
said
that if they wanted
the
it to
only
be that.
person who ever used the phrase separation of church and state disagrees with you and says the exact opposite of
Well,
what
we're
you're
not talking
saying.
about the phrase. We're talking about the practice.
Well, you brought up the phrase, so I don't know what to tell you. That was what it was a response to. It was you who brought it up.
Well, the pilgrims were running from church and the state, and they want them to be separate.
They were
And we
running
wanted
from a
freedom
state that
of
wouldn't allow them to
religion.
protect
And
their
it's
religion.
not a Christian nationalist country because if they wanted it that way, they could have, and they steered away from that.
We have
Explicitly.
been a Christian nationalist country since our inception. We still are today.
wasn't one of the things they were fleeing from was heavy taxation.
True that.
Well, not just heavy taxation, taxation without representation. Like we were getting money taken from us, but we had zero influence on where that money was spent.
Kind of like
Whereas-
now.
Well, that's what we've gotten to again. But whereas what the forefathers intended was any tax that was taken, it would be the people elected into positions who decide as a representative government, representative of their area and its best interests, how the money should be spent.
So
However,
is
it
what you're
doesn't
saying?
work out that way. You're right.
Oh, you started. Who started restreaming?
The Pilgrims
Nice.
were Congregationalists and separatists who believed in self-governing churches, freedom of religion from the state, where the church members, not the clergy, determined the membership and the values of the church. They
Right,
believed
but
in
so-
religious freedom for themselves, but did not extend it to others. They did not believe in freedom from religion. Like the Quakers and the Baptists were often kicked
So
out of
long as it's their
society.
religion, right?
Yes, they were supremacists, closer to theocracy than what we have.
Right.
And the Puritans, who founded like Massachusetts Bay Colony and were the dominant force in our founding government,
Yep.
they established an actual congregational theocracy where the church and state were the same thing,
and you
and that
order-
civil law was heavily influenced by religious doctrine.
Would you agree?
And they routinely and systematically discriminated against Quakers and Baptists and the like.
Would you agree?
That's the founding of our country.
Yeah, I get all that. Would you agree that Rob Noor would advocate for theocracy?
No, not necessarily. I'd have to
Really?
I'd have to have him tell me that.
I don't
Yeah.
think Christian nationalists would actively fight for theocracy. I think that
Would
people
they
are
fight for
conflating
theocratic
Christian nationalism-
policies?
No,
I think people
No.
are
not necessarily.
All
I
right.
think people are conflating Christian nationalism with anti-disestablishmentarianism, which is
So, what's the
idea of
difference
moving the church
between
back
Christian
into the church.
nationalism and National Socialism?
Everything.
Even
Well,
though we hear the
socialism
people
is an
representatives saying the same things?
Socialism
I
is
don't.
an economic system, and Christian nationalism is a political ideology. They're like you're just like apples to oranges. People bring up socialists all the time
Oh, here we
against
go.
things that it doesn't go against. Socialism is an economic system, not a political system.
Sup, Landry? Anything to add into our socialism versus theocratics? Blah 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 blah. Oh, nice appearance, brother. That's good. Did he porn bomb us? I don't think so. I didn't
Yes, that forehead was clearly risque.
that was some appearance.
Typically, in a
We
theocracy,
should gladly be Christian and promote Christian values and Christian laws, but I don't think that.
Really?
Geez, did he just say promote Christian laws? Never mind.
Really? Oh, I made it quiet.
Yeah.
No.
Good.
Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Okay, so what I don't think is that we should have an official state religion. For example, I don't think that we should say Washington, D.C. says that this is now a Catholic country or a Protestant country or a Lutheran country, and we have an official Lutheran church or Orthodox church. I don't believe that.
Say that one more time.
I think that I would be. Now I got to repeat the whole thing because you
No,
graciously.
just a little bit. Just the last part
Okay, I do not think that we should have an official state churches like a Catholic church, Lutheran church, Orthodox church, etc.
for the country.
Correct.
Okay, so why are you arguing about Christian nationalism? What is What is Christian nationalism then? What is it?
I define
What is it?
Christian nationalism for the third time that I've told you. I define Christian nationalism is the fact that Christians should proudly be Christian and push and support for laws that are inspired and true to their Christian faith. We should have lawmakers that are proudly discussing being Christian and creating laws that are in line with their Christian faith.
Okay, so but you still believe in separation of church and state.
I believe that we shouldn't have an official state religion like an official Catholic church being the official state church.
Well, that's cool because
Okay.
Christian nationalism is when the government forces Christianity on the whole population, right?
No, now you changed the definition. You said it was when there was an official state church. Now you're changing it.
No, Christian nationalism is when the government forces Christianity on everybody.
Okay, so
That's theocracy.
But you believe in like you're saying like nationalism, like you're proud to be a Christian. Like
No, it's
you're
more
a
than
guy,
that.
right?
It's
You're
more
proud to
than
be a
that.
Christian, right? And so you're going to base all your ideas and all your actions and everything on your Christian background.
It's more than that. The point I'm trying to say is you've given two distinct definitions for Christian nationalism here.
Okay, but your definition is that
Wait, can we deal with that? I've been consistent with my definition.
You're saying you're proud to be a Christian. Okay.
Before we get to what I'm saying, I'd like to get back to the two different.
So it has to be one or the other, not either or both. That's what these conversations. I keep using the word pedantic. It's ridiculous. You could have either or both.
Unless they're two things that are distinctly different because of the terminology. Then it's not pedantic anymore. Christian nationalism is democratic. It's not theocratic.
You got to be able to see past your own nose and see the logical conclusion of what it is.
The logical conclusion of Christian nationalism is a more secular society.
But like she said, it is an ideology, but in practice, it's politics.
Everything in practice is politics.
And all of politics is ideology. What I'm saying is that theocracy is a governing style. It's how you govern. Christian nationalism is how individuals think the laws should be based.
But hold on, stop right there. Hold on, stop right there. But what about in practice?
In practice, from what we have seen, having Christian nationalism exist as a huge part of our society from its inception, in practice, what we have seen is that it pushes the state to be even more secular.
Correct.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about to your
instead of combining the powers.
Who am I talking to right now?
Witchy bitchy.
Witchy bitchy. So I'm saying
like that better.
Nikki. So what you saying is the definition of Christian nationalism as people that what? Say that definition again.
It's the people. It's the idea that people will vote for positions in a democracy that represent their Christian values.
Now, are you seeing how you're talking about what ought and what me and 10th Man are arguing, talking about what if it was a Christian nation, it wouldn't be what you're talking about.
That's
it would be
opposite.
in practice. It would be in practice, right? And it wouldn't be people that want. It would be people already of Christian ideology.
She's arguing reality of what is.
You got to be quiet.
You're making up the odds.
So she can hear from you.
I'm going to interject whenever I feel like it.
I'm just saying, she's
especially when you just repeat yourself over and over again.
And you just, but listen, what you doing? You just spurred.
The opposite of what you just said is true.
And it
I'm going to point it out. I feel like it.
It wasn't even you, even in the conversation.
You're arguing for the odd. I'm in the conversation, whether you like it or not. I get you don't want me to be, but I'm not.
So what you're saying is Christian nationalism is what this, it could be this way. But what I'm saying is, if it is this that way, all right, I'm going to just go ahead and fall back.
You're arguing for what ought or what could be. You're the one arguing hypothetical conspiracies.
May I please, guys, may I due diligence? What you said to me was that to look at the logical conclusion. So you are asking me to presuppose something about the future. In 250 years since we got to the to this area of land, we have had a separation of church and state because there is a separation of power that way. You don't have both God and the state as one.
Do apologize. I have to pause. And no, don't worry. Denison's fine. If I want to talk to Denison, I'll talk to Denison.
And if he wants to kick me, he knows I can, and I won't hold it against him.
I don't know, but I got another donation earlier that I missed. I got another donation I missed earlier, so I'm just going to play a quick clip, and then somebody else is here. I don't know who they are. I'm going to bring them up in a second. Thank you for the donations. I would say there's multiple things I can say to that. Part of it's this. that, and this.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here comes the money.
Dollar, 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 dollar. Jingling, jingling, chatter. You ain't talking money, talking money.
50 grand, Mike. 50 grand.
Good day, Mike.
Hey, what's going on,
50 Gs.
everyone? What's going on, Dennis? And hey, this is Master Kim, aka Michael Fujitsu.
Yo, what up, Master Kid?
Great. I love the stream and I love the topic. May I comment on it, or should I just?
Please do. If it's okay
what
with
you're
10th,
here
I'd love to hear from you.
Oh yeah. Hey, I think that this topic is not keeping with where we are today as a society. I think that Christianity needs to take a back seat, and we need to have some Sharia law for 24 months. Put all these hood rats in check, and quit throwing Asian ladies on the subway train tracks and kicking white boys' heads in like soccer balls. And then then the Christians take back the country after Sharia law does their dirty work. And although I am kind of joking, but it's like Christianity is too civil, it's too gentle, it's meant for good spirited intent, and it's just not where we are today. Evil is among us.
Yes.
And I think we need some Sharia law, and Muhammad and all his little homies, do their thing, and then we hit the kill switch and turn it back to Christianity. Kind of a belligerent comment. I'm half Korean, and Christianity is relatively very new.
I'm a black Irish Jewish lesbian. I get it. Go ahead.
Okay, yep. But
Shout out to Brandon.
You look at the cultures that celebrate Christianity, and they're just a docile, smarter gift to the earth. So I think Sharia law should come to the United States, 24 months, give it like a trial run, and kick it the F out. And then I think we've got a kind of a clean slate to start over again. But I think the random violence is off the hook. And
yes, everyone should be armed. Yes, I agree.
And I don't like seeing kids' heads kicked in like soccer balls.
I don't know what that is. Is that something new that happened recently?
No, just watch Twitter without even trying to prompt for it. Watch Twitter, feed after feed.
Oh, just random acts of violence at schools or something?
White kids getting beat down, hood rat style, and their heads kicked like soccer balls.
Yeah, and then if they get in a group and say like, "Hey, we need to protect the white people," then they're racist.
Yeah, so we need some like old school Sharia stuff to kick in and whatnot. So, but anyways, I'm being belligerent. I'm being belligerent.
I know. I get
think
you.
it takes.
That would make me upset too. I one time screamed the N-word when we watched a video about a black kid that they just found parts of him in a box. And I got a little bit mad. I was talking to Joe Cool. I may have said the N-word. Sometimes I get mad.
Finish my thought, Ken.
Necromancy?
Yes. I don't want to do that. No. Go ahead, Nikki.
So due diligence. What you're wanting me to do is guess what could happen in the future. And what I'm telling you is I'm looking at historically what has happened. And what has happened, while Christian nationalism is a big part of the United States, is that the state has pushed even further to secularism, i.e. gay marriage, i.e. Laws about hate speech, i.e. Civil rights, because the church believed in slavery. You can read the Bible yourself. I'm not going to quote it. I.e. Laws against.
Yeah, I got you.
You
can turn off your camera.
Feminism.
So many things that go against the church that are our laws today, because having the Christian nationalists there.
Mute Cage. It sounds like you're beside a fan.
Something different while you have them separated. It does not promote theocracy, because when people piss you off, you speak more. So if you're hearing these Christians promote these Christian values that you may not approve of, if they're silenced, you're less likely to speak out against them, and they have a greater chance of taking hold of the government.
Gotta talk off. Thanks for having me, by the way. Welcome
what?
Back.
So, what did you just say? Pause. What'd you say, Cage?
I said thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem. I had to mute you because there was background noise. Go ahead, people.
Yeah.
Definitions that you've given. Your first definition, you said it's quite clearly this, is when there's an official state religion.
Right. That's
the second is when you said it's something to the effect of when people.
What I was trying to say, if you can mute it for a second, please, is that whoever this lady is correct. So if you do not speak up about certain things going
All
on.
right, give me a minute.
Then it emboldens
60
people
seconds.
to run a fucking operation on people.
I'm the lady right there.
Interesting. I'm not trying to interrupt. You know, put myself on camera. He said, "Oh, turn the camera off." I'm put the fuck the back on. I don't care. I do care, but you know, yeah, you want to see who I am?
But Nikki, you saying that from my definition, I'm speaking about something in the future. But from your definition of what Christian nationalism is, you are too. You're saying that it's an ideology, right? But you're not talking about the practice, right? But I'm
Doesn't
saying
matter. I
that
don't
if
wear
it's
like a
in
dirty
practice,
fucking
then
bunny.
I'm saying that if we're doing that in practice, then the logical conclusion of all of your leaders being Christian in a democratic process, and even from Dennison's perspective, we're in a Christian nationalist nation, which I don't think that we are, right?
From hers as well. From anybody who's paying attention.
All right. Well, what are the three main
So the
causes?
point.
I demonstrated it rather well, and no one rebutted it successfully with any actual information.
Can I just finish saying what I was saying, and I'll get out the way?
You just said
So
no.
I'm going to finish saying what I'm going to say, and I'm going to get out the way and let you guys have it. So you're saying that I'm saying, speaking in what could happen, but from your definition of Christian nationalism, you are too. But I'm speaking about if we
I
were
was
in it
talking about
and actually in it.
in practice, what has happened.
No, but I'm talking about according to the definition. I'm talking about the definition.
A large part of our nation and our democracy, what we have seen is it has pushed the state to be more secular, not push the state toward theocracy. You're positing.
Yeah, but we're not in a Christian nationalist country.
Yes,
we're
we are.
not in a Christian nationalist country, right?
Yes,
because if from my position, if we were in a Christian nationalist country, you could not have a real democratic process under Christian nationalism because you will not let anything that's opposed to Christian nationalism pass through. So it'll be pseudo democracy, and you guys don't know what you're talking about. There's a contradiction in the definition of having a democracy in a Christian nationalist country where all your leaders Christians. They're not going to let the shit pass. I'm talking about
Christian nationalism is democratic.
Not this pseudo shit.
You're talking about theocracy.
Not the pseudo shit y'all.
You're talking about theocracy.
Pseudo. What are you?
You're talking about theocracy. Christian nationalism is democratic.
Hey, Dennison, can I add a comment?
Yes, please, sir.
So, I mean, come on, everyone's smart.
It'll be pseudo. It'll be pseudo. It wouldn't be real democracy. It wouldn't be real democracy. You cannot have all of the same people in a theological perspective in power and think that they're going to not impose themselves on other people in a theocratic way. You got to be able to see past your own nose.
Where are you getting this information from?
But it's not
his asshole.
The entire
He's pulling it out of his asshole.
All you got to do is look at places like Sharia law. That's
a theocracy.
No shit, and it's a Muslim nationalistic country, and it's Muslim.
No, they're not Muslim nationalists.
Yes, they are.
They're a theocracy. They are not Muslim nationalists.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Theos comes from the root word in Greek.
Is Israel a theocracy?
Yes.
No.
Is Israel Israeli nationalism?
Yes.
Yeah, there could be Jewish people from all across the map.
I'm going to judge by your silence. You just realize how the two are different. Hopefully, finally.
I mean, you can judge that all you want, but we all know that Dennison is never wrong about anything.
You don't know what the
Dennison is never wrong about anything, so we know how that goes.
You know there's a trick to that. Do you know what the trick to that is? When I don't know what I'm talking about, I shut the fuck up. That's the trick.
No, you just talk.
That's the thing you don't know how to do.
And insult people. Here you go.
That's what you don't know how to do. You make shit up, you pull it out of your ass, and then you call it history.
This is what you do.
All right, yell at each other for a minute while I get some water.
It's your story now?
Yeah, but you respond to it.
You just talk loud
No,
You just talk loud.
I'm not talking loud.
How many Abrahamic
You are.
religions?
I'm talking in a normal
Talk loud
voice.
and talk
Ask the
over
motherfucker.
people.
I'm not talking loud
How
at
many
all.
Abrahamic religions?
Talk
are
loud
there?
and talk
How
over
many?
people, and then you think
Name
that
them.
you're right.
I'm talking over you because you cannot shut the fuck up and have a normal conversation. You
But
filibuster.
everybody's been telling you to shut up.
You load
Everybody's been telling you to shut up the whole time. Everybody's been telling you to
sentences
shut up
and
the
your
whole
questions
time.
with
Pimp Man
false
told you to shut up.
premises
Cat
that
told
directly
you to shut up.
contradict
How
what
many
you were
Don't know
just
how to
told
be
in the
quiet.
previous
religions
sentence.
are
You
there?
I'll
always
tell
make
you
interjections
something,
that's
and you will
uncalled for.
deliberately respond saying attributing the exact opposite of what I said in your premise, and then expect to just keep going with impunity. You are incapable of having a conversation. All of this is like some
But
kind
you
of
keep
weird
interrupting
debate,
everybody,
bro,
though.
bullshit.
But you keep
And I'm
interrupting
not here to
everyone.
entertain it.
But you keep interrupting everyone.
Well, you're that's
Chance
the
has
most
asked you to be
hypocritical,
quiet.
manipulative
Caddy
bullshit
has
ever.
asked you to be quiet.
You
Literally
Everyone has
talked over
asked you
me
to
the
be
whole
quiet,
time.
claiming other
and you
people are
just
interrupting
steady
you.
just interrupt people. That's what you do. You
I'm gonna
Just
talk
like
loud,
you
talk
do.
over
purpose
people, and act
now.
like you're right.
And I won't
Just like
pretend
you
other
do. I'm
people
just
can.
better at it
Yeah,
than
I'm gonna
you.
do it on purpose. I'm interrupting you now.
I'm better at it than you, and I don't respect what you have to say anymore because you don't engage in conversation.
I mean, you can be better at me than interrupting people. Congratulations, Denison. That's what you do well.
Shut the fuck up, you little.
It's just
pussy.
one of very many things I do better than you.
People need to donate to me, or else I can't endure this nonsense.
Yeah,
All right,
hi,
somebody
Mike.
send
What's
the
up,
guy
buddy?
some fucking.
Yes, also, shout out to my chat, by the way.
The best avatars in the game.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Dumarte. Yeah, shout out to my chat. If you're worried about if I'm mad at you, I mean, the truth is probably more than likely I'm not. But if you're worried about
And
it,
he
there's a great
probably
way to
is, and
get
he
on
just
my
talk
good
over
side.
you, and
Just go
then just
ahead
be on
and
the chat,
donate
just say anything and
to
act like
my
you right.
PayPal.
You're
The
gonna act
links
like
are
you right. Just
pinned in
say
the chat.
anything
This
all the
this
time.
this piece of
Act
shit
like
is
it
talking
don't
over my
work.
grift.
Gotta
Let's
talk
go
as
throw it
if
in
it
the
works.
fucking fire.ca.
Talking right over my grift.
Never, ever
Yeah.
interrupt the grift.
Yeah, my grift is
First
thrown
rule
in
of
the
Kale
garbage.
versus Spike Fight Club. Never interrupt the grift.
Oh shit, we got fucking we got Landry sock accounts in the chat. Shout out to Landry sock accounts. And again, to my chat,
that little sick fuck.
I'm probably not mad at
takes the
you.
earth,
I
pussy?
probably just think that you're an asshole and I don't like you or the way you run your panel, and that's why I don't hang out with you anymore. But if you want to get on my good side, hit up that PayPal. There's no better way to make Denizen love you again than just throw me some more Quaaludes in the form of those US dollars. I love them.
Hey, Denizen, I
Just
was
hit me
trying
another
to,
PayPal and I'll love you
Nice
again. Sorry,
accent,
Tootie.
man.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Tootie.
send me some
Go ahead,
fucking,
Tootie.
send me some Monopoly money.
Hey,
I need
shush.
to fucking.
Denizen, I was trying to post all the, the dono links in
Yes, ma'am.
the StreamYard, and it wouldn't let mine post over to yours. I don't know why.
StreamYards is a pain in the ass.
Probably because you don't have a wrench, which I will fix if you can type in my chat,
Damn,
please.
you're helping people with
Why
donor
that
links. I thought your only
Get over
value
there,
was you getting
sir.
on your knees. Wow, that's crazy.
All right. Who did he just say
So,
that?
since we're getting nowhere, Chance, can we watch your
Who did he
video?
just say that to? Who did you just say that to, Cage? Who did you address?
So to the lady, I thought, I'm surprised you're sending
I'll
a
get
bunch
at
of
you
really
later,
close
Tenth. I
donors.
gotta get up out of here, Tenth. I'll get at you later. Peace.
See you later. Bye, Cage.
Yeah, hey, Dennison, can I add a comment from earlier?
Yes, please.
So, what I wanted to say is, at a point in time when the founding fathers had come here, what was the spirit of and their intent? That's huge, right? A Christian
Right.
nation. And,
Marrying 12-year-olds.
well, okay. And,
No.
keep in mind, out of all the other world's religions, some have called it, Christianity is the only one with the golden rule. I'm not going to do Dennison dirty because I too am married with kids, right? That's a Western Christian, thing right there. And that's huge. That's why we don't have, kids in the middle of the street wearing diapers, in ditches, compared to India, Mumbai, and all these other godforsaken places. Oh, and can I add a comment to enhance my Sharia law comment? Did you mind? Okay, so these would be fresh off the boat from Syria, guys that have got low testosterone levels. We'd check their T levels.
And machetes?
And we'd put ankle monitors on them. So when they bring their
And
Sharia
machetes.
law here for 24 months, they would be low T, ankle monitored Sharia law people. So for 24 months. And then after 24 months, we
Do they
track them
throw
down and
rocks?
get them out. I mean, they could. They
They
could,
can
whatever
throw
the
rocks.
tenets of Sharia
I'm
law
down
are.
for it if they can throw rocks.
and whatnot. And maybe we'll give them a shot of like cat tranquilizers or something so that they're not just so, rough, if you will.
That's why when I say if you want a religious war, all right, let's go ahead. I guess that's what we're doing now. Because like I watched people of the LGBTQ. I don't know if you know me, but I'm 51% gay. And then I was like, they were like gays for Palestine. And I'm like, hold on. I totally don't like what's going on in Palestine at all, but we're not doing that. So, like I'm ostracized by the gay community for my views because they think like it's a good thing to go, yeah, let's all go to Palestine with the gays. Like, I'm like, that's not how this works. Like, I get it that we don't like what's going on, but you're kind of making stupid choices here. So I 1,000% understand what you're talking about. Because see, and I'm not ending the show, but I'm just going to show you a couple seconds. This outro.
This pandemic has provided an
Sorry, it mutes you now. That outro is about the trains that in Canada they will become, because we only had 37 million people or whatever, and then they brought 5 million people. That before I die, they can have enough people come in from these other countries that think that, gay is a defect, and we have to load them on trains and toss them into fire pits. It mutes you now there, Michael. I was responding to what you're saying.
Oh yeah, and of course we would enhance it with like a 24-month moratorium in Sharia law where the gays would be off limits, of course, and just focus on the urban, all the crap in the urban, women in the Walmart parking lot being beat down by a grown-ass man, address all those type of things.
Couldn't we do that without doing your way?
No, because I think we're, civil society doesn't know how to deal with this just abrupt
I disagree.
South African Johannesburg level of violence.
I disagree. I say a whole lot less people getting tickets for cracked windshields and actually concentrate on real crime. Broken windows policing hasn't worked. The war on drugs hasn't worked. How about we actually have police? If they want them to have this qualified immunity power, how about stop making laws that are ridiculous that they're allowed to just pull you? Like, how long did the Texas two-step go on for? 100 years? Do you know what that is? Because now it's illegal in most places, right? So what it is that the police pull you over, give you your ticket, go to walk away, and then go, oh yeah, by the way. So, and then they start investigating further and then use that as pretext to find other things that you might be doing. Whereas at this time, the traffic stop is technically over, but as far as they're concerned, it's consensual, and then you still feel detained. That's illegal now, right? So I don't know if you know about that or like anything, but I'm just telling you, like, you shouldn't have to deal with that for decades, right? Get them out there actually doing crime prevention. Like I saw, like everybody would say, oh, 10th Man is anti-police. But there's a place in, I think it's Markham, Ontario, or something like that. I saw on the news earlier today, and it said that they were going to like quadruple the amount of police in these certain areas to see if it makes a difference. Am I right with that? Am I right when the police are pulling people, like, but not when they pull me over and give me $172.50 fine for not having my registration signed? And he goes,
They need better training. They need far better training.
Your job would have been to hand me a pen, right? Like, hey, bro, this isn't fine, right? No, instead, you're just being a fucking prick, right? So maybe go find a murderer, maybe go find someone that is beating people up on the streets like you're talking about, not pulling me over random. Because I think Mothers Against Drunk Driving is a terrorist organization that caused the over 2,600 false DUI arrests that we reported on a couple days ago. They're the reason for it. They're like, oh, everybody, if you had one drink and then had an accident, that's the reason for the accidents, because you had a drink. Stop it.
They made it politically acceptable.
Well, you remember who led it? Who led that squad, right? Tipper Gore?
That's not surprising at all. So that's all I'm saying is I don't hate police. I hate broken windows policing. I hate this nonsense. I hate a waste of time. I hate the cops that pulled Joe Cool over, took his girlfriend's medical marijuana, didn't even categorize it as evidence or anything, gave them a couple fines, and drove away. They stole his weed.
How many cop cars have you seen with cracked windshields? I've seen plenty. I've seen plenty.
Or tint that's too messed up, like not within the deal.
Well, mostly they do the dark tint for the canines, but
So
you know,
do you agree or disagree with what I'm saying here, Michael? Is that maybe if the police were actually doing what they're supposed to do?
Okay, so that's one half of the equation. What about the other half of the equation that we've got a lot of citizens that are not on their best behavior? Cops are having to deal with stuff that just traditionally have there's no rules on the books.
Don't ask
cops
me.
having
Ask Joe. I'm a
be
bootlegger.
shouted at directly in their face and with
Okay,
the
but
pistol
pause.
on their side. So
Did
there's
you
a
see
new
the
dynamic
video?
of trashy
Did you
citizens.
Did you see the video of 3 felonies for $1, where they charged $1 to heat up their pizza, and then the
No, I saw
3
that.
ladies that were
I
about
watched it with you, 10.
a ton in total weight. 3 ladies, no joke. Like each one of them was over 500 pounds. I was like, this is AI, right?
Not exaggerating to be mean in the slightest.
I can show you, but I'm
that
trying
big.
to sum it up. Is I advocated for tranquilizer guns.
Yeah, I remembered. I don't know if anybody else.
Yeah, but they shouldn't even be there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It didn't take an army of police to deal with that situation.
I
These
know.
3
very
giant
well
women
could
were
have.
threatening the small clerk over $1. The clerk was just trying to do her job behind the counter. They charged $1 to warm the pizzas. They came back to get their warmed pizza, didn't want to pay the $1. And these were very large women. And it was one clerk by herself. Why wouldn't she call the police to protect her?
Yeah,
because the police always make things worse.
That is
They
true.
got hangry.
So she should have just shot them all herself.
For what? Yelling and arguing?
Physically trying to come over the counter at her over $1.
Yes. Yes. When you physically try to come over the counter, you get shot.
So just biggest stick wins.
I
Just
agree.
stop giving the biggest stick to the cops.
Yes.
I can get down with
Yeah,
that.
something that big comes charging over a counter at me.
I don't remember seeing any of that. I don't see any of them going over the counter.
Don't you push on me.
If you see the entire video, you see the cop taking a statement. It's hard to listen to because they're still outside screaming, but you can see her give her statement.
Watch this. I didn't
Is
see
that
this.
is that my mom?
I know.
Oh no, it's my bad. My mom's a small Asian lady. My bad. Sorry.
What? Watch her push this cop. I didn't see this the first time around. Watch this. Right here.
Right where?
Right here.
She's
Look at her.
pushing the cop.
She's pushing the cop. That is
She's
stupid.
shoving that motherfucker.
She's retarded. Well, yeah. That turned out bad.
Well, I
tried
mean, she has
block
to
her.
be. If you're storing fat, your brain isn't somewhere you don't store it. So all that weight's on her brain too.
What?
Or she's got fat on the brain, in other words.
No, literally. It's like if you're
Sorry.
storing fat like that,
Sorry,
one of the
Landry.
places
I got
you
you. I
store
got
fat
you.
is your brain. It's not exempt from fat storage, and it puts pressure in the wrong places.
That's the funniest thing I ever heard. Landry, anything to say up until now? Apparently, you're trolling today. You're getting some clips. It's nice.
What clips?
You look tired.
I think it's just the lighting. Hold on.
This is not very good production quality, Landry.
Yeah.
You been up all night cruising these YouTube streets?
No, I went to bed about 2 a.m. I was with Dennison. I think we call that projection in these streets, but
Do we?
we do. Right, Dennison?
Almost always more often than not, it is projection, but I don't think it was in that case. But I get that same accusation too. I never get it. Like, I sleep every day, usually 6 to 8 hours, but
Yeah,
very often 10 to 12 hours.
Yeah.
And it's like nobody notices when I just disappear. And then if they see me again, it's like because they weren't online when I wasn't online, somehow I never left online.
Yes.
I'm dropping down. Mike rules. Deuces. I'm out of here. See you.
Peace.
I didn't hear what he said, but peace.
He said he's dropping out. He's going to do his own thing. All right. We don't have much more of this, I don't think. You're not there right to the end, and we're close to the end. So
That's the same thing. It's the same
No, it's
definition.
not. Okay.
All right, Landry, did you have anything to say up until now? Christian nationalism, bunny rabbits, all kinds of different things are going on.
There is a lot going on. I was actually trying to pick your brain about the Indians. Whenever
what type?
time allows for it.
What type of?
What kind of Indian? Feather or dot?
Yeah.
Dot.
Okay.
If you're
I
familiar
have
with-
some friends that are that type of Indian.
Okay.
Some are online, some are in real life.
So there's Nick Shirley obviously going around doing all this stuff he's doing. He's a weird character. But there's this guy, the dude with tits.
Who you
Remember
say?
him? Do you remember the dude with
clip?
tits?
Do you have
Yeah,
a
it's-
clip?
it's in the
No, I
back.
don't know who the dude with tits would be. I don't know.
And who's the other guy you said?
Turn your mic up a
A
little
lot
bit.
of people now. 20 years ago, you could have said that, and we'd know exactly who you're talking about, Landry. Now, that's a toss up. We talk about Michelle Obama. Are we talking about George Bush's mother? Who
His
we talking
name
about?
is Clayton Walker. That's his name.
Is that?
I thought he was going to say his name is dude with tits.
Is that
I
the
call him that.
president of France's wife?
No.
Oh, you got to get me a clip or something. Is the backstage?
Yep.
I'm still waiting.
There's nothing back there?
Oh, sorry. That's from Instagram. God damn you people. All right, let's see this. Is he out attacking random different background people?
Well, this is us. Like this is me and him, but I mean, I just put him a cameraman, so I don't fucking know what I'm getting into. But he's trying to emulate Nick Shirley.
Yeah? Who is it? Who is this guy?
The dude with tits.
Oh no, the guy from the subway station?
Yes, yes.
No way. Oh my god, you brought me gold. Oh no, this is great. No.
They're hiring people on N1 visas and paying them cash under the table.
Oh,
that's tax fraud. They're hiring people on student
You're a
visas.
dick.
A student visa does not allow you to work or be
You're a dick, Landry. I love you.
employed. It allows you to be a student, and to circumvent that, they're paying them cash under the table.
Oh my god, you fucking rat! Shut up! Oh my god!
Here's what I wanted to ask you. I think this dude, because he's like
in a block of cheese.
Real quick, before you guys get into it, you can work under a student visa.
Yeah, this is all allegedly.
Yes,
Go ahead,
allegedly.
Landry. Jeez. Go ahead, Landry.
No, I just Well, let it finish first, and then I'll get into it. It's like 2 minutes.
Hi, hello.
Did you just do feet don't fail me now? You turn back and there's like the Flash. There's fucking footprints that have burnt into the asphalt.
This is Bollywood Pizza. What?
Is the phone on recording?
No. So this is are y'all hiring people and paying them cash under the table?
No.
You said that on the phone though.
Okay, what is the name of the restaurant?
It is Bollywood Pizza House, West Frisco.
Bollywood Pizza House?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I am student on the F1. Is cash result payment fine?
Yeah. All my employees, they take cash. And then, yep. If you're here, father, please leave. You're here.
Wait a second. That could have been, she could have misunderstood what was going on there and meant we take cash. She said all the employees take cash. She could have meant like when you purchase stuff. I mean, I
The
don't mean to be
employees.
an apologist, but I mean, just the way she said that. Anyway, let's get this face. It's only 2 minutes. You still fail me now.
Okay. So no comment.
Oh, you're not even recording. You're just
I
secondary.
was recording. No, I was recording. He just didn't use the clip.
Yep.
That is the woman from the phone call. Yeah. After leaving, we had the police called on us.
This place open? Wonder Kids.
Wonder Kids. Yeah.
Creepy.
It's not even open. Yeah, look, you can see inside of it, and it's vacant. Not intra. They can't even spell entrance.
Also, look at this timing. Instead of like hours?
Timing, yeah, instead of hours.
That is weird.
Yeah.
You guys went into one of them fucking what are they called? Not dead spaces, but fucking
liminal spaces?
Yeah, you guys went to a liminal space. What has happened? Timing? Who writes that on a thing? I don't know what. Yeah, you went into a liminal space. I did a show about that a couple weeks ago. Everybody was like, "That's stupid." No, Landry found one.
That's crazy. This Bollywood pizza.
So it's like a whole big thing he's doing. It's like, I don't know how maybe 20, 30 minute long. But the one thing about it that kind of freaks me out is he's constantly like, hey, I got to be in my car alone. I got to make a phone call to somebody. Hold on. And he's just like on these intense phone calls. And then he's just like, all right, come on. I'm like, who are you talking to? Because then he keeps getting these places to go to from someone else. He's like, okay, now we're going to go here. Now we're going to go there. Now we're going to go here. And I'm like, what is this? Like, what is happening? You know what I mean? It just seems very bizarre.
What is happening? I say he is being funded and or also being
Handled.
George Soros.
The thing is though, that him having tits is like a secret to the public, right? And the reason why I say it so openly is because the dude, if you just look at his, I mean, he's playing a character now. Like he's doing blackface. He's just, I'm so huge Christian. But then everything that happens, it's followed by like swift government action. And that's the way it was with Nick Shirley. You know, and he was also Nick Shirley's cameraman. So it's a fascinating thing.
It is fascinating.
I'm confused. Is that the dude with the tits?
Yes.
That we just watched?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see his tits.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I wasn't looking.
I wasn't watching for that.
There's a classic subway debacle between him and I.
N1 visas and paying them cash under the table.
Well, Instagram's so shitty. I can't
fraud.
even click on it. Or
They're
I know. I hate Instagram.
Student visas.
Oh.
A student visa does not allow you
You
to
can
work.
see 'em.
Employed. It allows you to be a student. And
Student visa lets you work, number one. And as far as tax fraud goes, you can claim your own taxes on a 1099. So,
do you know be the weirdest thing in the world would be if like he's doing that binding thing that chicks do to like, but he turned into a chick to get them, but then is trying to hide them. Wouldn't that be weird?
I mean, I just know that he's like, I told him, dude, you have a ticket to be, you know, if you want to be famous, that's what you're here for, which it seems like he is. You have a ticket. Just be the guy who's a conservative who used to be trans. Like that'll be huge.
Right. He could be on my show. We could be a debate partners.
Debate partners.
Right. And I could be screaming, where are all the transition people trying to help this person detransition? You're not out there. Look, he's going to pizza places and screaming at people because you left him alone.
He was in my house a little
right?
scared.
It's funny, right?
You have been funnier today and yesterday than normal, I'll tell you that.
No, Landry. The automatic. Someone said it the other day. They're like, it's not a chick with a dick. It's a dude with tits.
You've been waiting for me to bring you this guy.
I think it was Denizen that said it the other day. Or I can't remember who it was. Might have been Marathon Kev or something. I don't really remember. And they said that, and I'm like, that is a very true statement.
It depends.
Yeah. How does this happen though? I think it's got to be like just Indians have big money, right? So they come in with like giant money and they're able to do stuff like this because it's like giant areas of the city being developed with nothing happening. It's like
no, because AJ has explained it many times. So this is what they do. They got 20 of them, right? 20 families all live like, and there's like 30 people or something, right? 20, 30 people. And they all buy this one like 6-bedroom house with 2 bathrooms type thing, right? And they all get full-time jobs and they all save their money, and then they go in on opening these businesses, and they have very little bills or anything. They live subsistence level, right, in order to get rich. And that's what they do. They work as a team to acquire and get assets that make the family unit more rich. We all operate singularly, and they look at us as peasants that don't know how to work together.
That's true.
Honest, AJ has explained it dozens of times.
I don't even know who AJ is.
The Spurg guy, what's his name in chat? Everybody knows. I can't remember right now. Something. King Troll of
The
Nazareth.
Spurging Indian.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a royal pain in the butt.
He just yells. He was in a bubble bath a couple weeks ago. Remember up here, got into a wrestling match with his wife. I wouldn't bring him back up because I didn't want to dox his wife any
Didn't
further.
he preclude Landry on the Rob Nor troll?
Yes.
Preclude?
Yeah, he went up there right before you.
Oh, that dumbass. Okay, I remember that guy.
Yeah. Glasses and Indian. Yeah.
He's not that Indian. He's like.
No,
he's
he's
gotta be
tell
like
him that.
It's gonna be like a solid little blend, right?
Can't keep track
There's
of that.
there's some white in there, for sure.
He hates Americans.
My friend Brian
hates himself.
Johnson, he's part Cherokee.
Everyone's part
I don't
Cherokee.
pay
Dude. When you ask like the most pale person in the world, they're like, yeah,
he
I'm part
really,
Cherokee.
he really is, I think. Yeah. He sent me his docs
It's
years
23
ago.
and me.
Like everything about him, yeah. Yeah, I know everything about him. It's all in my email somewhere. A lot of people send me their
When
docs
is this
themselves.
debate from?
Earlier today.
This really today?
Yes.
Wow.
And CFW is here.
CFW in
I'm here,
DFW.
but I'm doing my hair, so I'm not putting my picture up.
CFW is my sister. I've known her for 6 years. She's been the #1 promoter of my show for 6 years. Shouting me out on her stream with hundreds of people watching, promoting me everywhere. She's been my #1 supporter all these years. Always. Yep. Love CFW. Michael's back. What's up, Mike?
Oh, yeah, hey, yeah.
Hey.
I just want to add to the comment
Yeah.
of these Indians and stuff.
Sure.
You know, those Koreans kind of do that same low class program where you're right. Someone will have the housing and they'll get a bunch of knuckleheads, overstay their visas or something like that, and they'll pay them and they'll do what's called a 667, 6 in the morning to 6 at night for 7 days a week. And these Indians know if you do that for 2 years straight, you've got all that US cash saved up. And the person that's the
$100,000.
orchestrator- Yep, and then the guy that's orchestrating it will also get them, immigration attorneys along the way legitimately.
Yep.
And then he'll pair with the knucklehead that's now saved $100,000 to go open up a gas station downtown or somewhere else. But yeah, that business model is alive and well.
Yes.
And us Americans that were born here, we don't want to do that shit. We want to go catch
Yep.
the Braves game. We want to go to my daughter's
We should do that
ballet.
shit.
Yeah, but they don't do that. That's not part of their script. They're on a different game plan. They come from pizza, as Trump would say, S-hole countries where they're pooping on the beach. I mean, watch a YouTube video.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it. Pooping on the beach.
Yeah, I don't want it. I don't want it.
Now, can I add one more Hindu comment?
Sure.
Okay,
Try to
two
not
things.
TOS.
One, your chat is like on extra handicap mode. No one's checking the chats. Does Dennison have a Cash App? That would be nice to know.
Yes,
And
it's
then
$sign Modern Men Lost Again. That's Dennison Cash.
I do not.
Okay.
Oh,
and
you
then
don't have. He has PayPal.
And then secondly, in the chat, I did accuse Dennison of being the YT Nika, which is N-E-K-A, which is Hindu for honest. So go figure. I was going to add some Hindu into this. But yeah, okay, then I'll try to PayPal. I just don't like my wife snooping around about my business.
Well,
Yeah, just call it an IT consultation.
Nice.
And the transaction that totally backed up. I've got an LLC.
I'm ashamed of my panel involvement. I keep it away from my wife and kids. They would be so disgusting to me getting up here talking borderline racially charged stuff.
Do you have a PayPal,
Ashamed
Landry?
of yourself.
I found that money has it's like this, and everybody, if you could donate to my PayPal, I don't have it scrolling right now, but I think that if somebody sent Landry like $20, it might make him less annoying.
I could maybe take a shower.
Like I said, money is better than love.
That's true.
Yeah. You putting your link out there? Did you already mod?
I don't know.
Like you said you were gonna, Denizen? Does that get taken care of?
I don't think that Tootie typed in my chat. Let me check again.
Can you do that?
I typed in there a bunch.
Oh. Well, he wasn't paying attention. He was busy yelling at
I
people.
wonder if she's blocked.
That's possible.
You can't type in 10th chat.
up.
You gotta type in mine.
Yeah, I'm over at yours, Digital Denizen. And
Just type-
I've typed in there a few times.
Type in there again.
Let
This
me
chat-
refresh. Maybe the chat is stuck.
Hey, Dennison, can I ask you a question?
Christian nationalism.
All right,
Yes,
go
sir.
ahead.
Okay, are you having cash app problems like Dr. Umar Johnson by chance?
I don't know
No.
about the doctor. I have problems. I can't use it. Essentially, I'm
Okay.
banned. Essentially.
Lovely.
We used to have some pretty drastic panels back in the day. I only just started recently taking donations because I was worried that I would get trucker protested because I'm in Canada.
Yeah, I think it's only going to be a matter of time before they ban me on PayPal too. To be honest.
And then I just
You know,
won't be able to
I
get money.
have a hypothesis that Canadians are better street fighters because no one's going to pull out a pistol and waste you. Is that true? Just like in the UK, they're better street fighters. I mean, not now because people
you
are
don't
pulling
want
out
to fight a
knives.
guy like me. I'll rip your throat out with my teeth.
No,
if I have
I believe it. Hockey culture, and there's no pistols being pulled out. So,
I've
yeah.
tasted blood and but I'm not adverse to it, so just saying.
It's when the government accepts Christianity as its religion, and then they use the Christianity faith or the books or the Bible or anything else to make their laws and their policies, right?
Notice you said the word "and" in between those two
And,
things,
yes,
which
and.
implies it's necessary to have two things for that, right? That's what
No,
"and"
it's
would
not
be.
two things. It's one thing. Christian nationalism is when the government promotes Christianity as its national religion, and they base the laws and their policies politically on Christianity. Government
Two things there, right?
promotes
Let's try that
Christianity.
again. When it embraces it as its national religion, and right, so two
And
things necessary.
if
Which is
it's-
what I
if it's
said.
national religion.
Please. And so when
And?
I said two things and you said no, not two things, you were incorrect. It
I
actually
didn't say not two things.
Yeah, so I'm looking at Denizen's chat, and I guess Tut's blocked. I have no idea because I don't see her in there either. Look, boom.
Let me
There's
check.
Denizen's chat here. Well, and I'll put it up like this. Boom. No Tut. Got Michael.
Yeah, I
Tiff,
refreshed and
Brandon,
nothing went
Plasma,
through.
nothing.
I
You're
see
just
her.
not there. So that's the reason why it's not working. I'm just trying to help you guys.
Ooh, Denizen don't like me.
Well, you have been a C word. That's how we met. You being a C word in my chat for a long time before we ever met. So happens. Not to me, but I mean, you are very opinionated in chat. You don't say a whole lot on panels, but when you do, usually it's pretty like a kind of like a straight razor. So
That's what you're going to say.
and
don't ask Tut for a shave. That's all I'll say.
and it embraces both. So what if it
That's
only does
one. That's my definition of Christian
What if it
nationalism.
only does one of the two of those? Is that Christian
That's what you
nationalism?
think. Like what you
I'm
think,
asking
right?
you. I'm asking you. What if it only does one of
It
the
has
two?
to have Christian. I'll tell you my definition again because you must not have been listening earlier. Christian
I think I've listened quite
nationalism
clearly.
is
Go
when
for
the government endorses one single religion for its national religion politically, right? And then
I love Christians.
See, and then that's a separate part. Okay, so the first thing is it has to endorse one particular religion nationally as its official
Correct.
religion.
All right, yeah.
Okay, so it has to do that, and
it has to base its laws and its policies on those Christian ideals.
okay, so what if it just bases laws and policies on Christian ideals, but it doesn't have the official state religion part?
Then it's not Christian nationalism. That's
Great,
not-
that's fantastic. Okay, so then if we don't declare that Catholicism is the official state church, and tomorrow a bunch of Christians come together and say we want to outlaw abortion because we're Christian, we think it's an abomination to God,
Yeah.
you'd say that's perfectly fine. It's not Christian nationalism.
That's not Christian nationalism.
Great. And if we've said
That's
we
just
think
not-
that it's real quick, and we think it's a sin to be a homosexual, and we want to ban that, that's not Christian nationalism.
No. because you didn't make the law based on a religious aspect of the Bible saying that. That's why.
Why? Maybe a lawmaker said, I'm creating this law. Let me finish. Maybe
Okay, I think it went through on Dennis. Yep, went there. Now you're modded. Yep. Oof, fixed. Now you're able to get the links out the way you were
It didn't come through.
It did on my side on YouTube.
Do it again.
Says
I just
test.
cleared out all the blocked users.
Oh, no, I lied. What are you doing? Press national theocracy.
Did it go through just now?
No, yeah, it's showing on here. Yo.
But I will say
Does that
this
mean
while
I'm
you guys are
finally
figuring that out.
your chat, Jen?
He started calling me names, so I knew I was making him mad.
I didn't hear you, Nikki, but I did want to note you were not in the list of blocked users.
My comments never came up in there for a long time, so I might still have them.
I don't even think I'm modded on Denison's channel, but that's okay. I don't need to be. I'm the one who controls the stream.
The king of the fucking YouTube.
It's
Type
for
in the-
advertising purposes only.
Of course it is. Yeah, no, we don't time people out unless it gets really ridiculous. And don't forget, give us the money. Do I got a clip we can play for money? I'd say this to everybody. This is what I say to everyone.
Look, bitch, I'm Rick James. What an ostrich.
Actually, I'll stop that because Denison's dual streaming, and I don't know about that clip. Let's
We're
see.
just gonna have to get used to that echo, y'all.
Sorry, that's my
It's
fault.
gonna happen every
Share
time you got
screen?
both your
My
things
bad.
going, and then you do something. It's gonna happen every time, as long as you're dueling.
Wait, probably because that last clip muted me. Probably.
And now you're muted.
I thought I was muted this whole time.
No.
If you-
StreamYard switched. It does that now.
I can help you offline with that if you want.
With what?
Get your audio set up the way you want.
With voice meter or whatever it's called.
Whatever, we'll just talk about what you need, and we'll come up with the most practical solution for your
We got the
situation.
audio expert here, Denizen.
I don't know about an expert. That's a little bit too much, especially because
We gotta talk about that, Denizen.
I stopped doing it for a business like a long time ago.
Yeah.
We don't have time to troll Denizen right now. We got to get through this for another day, Landry.
lawmakers said, I think my reading of Christianity is that homosexuality is a sin, and so I think we should make it illegal. Now, is it Christian nationalism?
No, because Christian nationalism means that the government takes control.
Sorry, I know this is the second time you're playing it, but I actually want to hear her. Can you play what Rob said one more time? I actually want to hear the distinction, because I think that Rob and I probably agree.
That's not Christian nationalism.
Great. And if we said
That's
we
just
think
not-
that it's okay, real quick, and we think it's a sin to be a homosexual, we want to ban that. That's not Christian nationalism.
No, because you didn't make the law based on a religious aspect of the Bible saying that. That's why.
Why? Maybe a lawmaker said, I'm creating this law. Let me finish. Maybe a lawmaker said, I think my reading of Christianity is that homosexuality is a sin, and so I think we should make it illegal. Now, is it Christian nationalism?
No, because Christian nationalism means that the government takes control, that endorses only Christianity.
Yeah,
No
that's literally Christian nationalism.
policies. It's political.
But it also has to be.
Just according to you, Denison, but according to me, it's not.
And the dictionary. Like, it's not my opinion.
I have the
I'm
best
not telling you what I
source.
think Christian nationalism is. I'm going by the definition of the term Christian nationalism.
Okay, so tell me, what is
ChatGPT is always true.
1 second? So, what is the step before theocracy from Christian nationalism? What's in between the two?
There isn't just one intermediary. You'd have to completely and totally disassemble the United States government from head to toe for it to become a theocracy. It's the farthest thing from a theocracy that's ever been invented in the history of mankind.
Theocracies are
I just wrote Christianity. I just wrote Christianity nationalism and read what the definition was.
Nationalism plays into democracy.
Yes. It's literally a democracy. It's compatible with democracy and republicanism. And it's the opposite of a theocracy. In order to have a theocracy, the Bill of Rights would have to go. The Constitution would have to go. Congress would have to go.
You're back.
And the presidency would technically have to go. It could still be the executive branch, but the president would have to be a pope, a vicar, a clergy, and then technically you could have a parliament, but they'd have to all be clergy, and they can't vote. Their voting wouldn't matter. The only thing they can vote on is interpretation of scripture. So they would have influence because they could say, no, the Bible really means this. No, the Bible really means that. But they couldn't make up shit that's not in the Bible. The Bible would be the ultimate authority. Or whatever, theocratic figure you have, right? Like the closest thing we have to a theocracy with a parliament, I would argue, that I'm aware of right now is North Korea. That's essentially what that looks like. The deity in this case is Kim Jong Un and his family, right? Like a
So
Kim
like a
Jong
dictator.
Un's grandfather, actually.
Like
He-
a
yeah, but see,
dictator, like
he's-
that Ayatollah guy. Remember that Ayatollah guy? That guy?
Yeah,
I like-
yeah, but the difference is that the North, and again, this is what I get from programming from the United States media, so take it with a grain of salt. My understanding of the DPRK is that Kim Jong Un's grandfather, not Kim Jong Il, but Kim Jong Il. That's now, right? Then there was Kim Jong Un, who was his father, and then there was Kim Jong Soon. Kim Jong Soon. Kim Jong Soon. Kim Jong Soon is actually a deity.
But
He's
you know
like,
what? Then, I still can make an argument with your definition, and I mean, either way.
oh, we have a Korean here. Is that
I'm
true?
going to take your definition that you say is right, even though I'd say mine's right and yours isn't. I mean, but I could still make an argument with yours.
To be Korean male and to be called Kim Il Sung is an honor. Believe it or not, there's a lot of Koreans hiding their original Korean name that they're really called Kim Il Sung. Yeah, is that crazy? Super crazy.
And Kim Il Sung was deity, right?
Correct.
Yeah. And now, but Kim Jong Il, who is the current
I'm a
guy,
deity.
right? Am I right about that?
How did Landry leave?
He's not a deity technically, right? He's like
Correct.
more, yeah. He's just a descendant. So try to wrap your head around that, but there you have it. And it operates a lot like a theocracy too, because the parliament has no say. There's one party that runs everything, and they get 100% turnout and 100% of the vote.
Isn't it safe to say that to go from a Christian nationalist to a theocracy, there's going to have to be like some effed up, almost like how Biden got elected, right? This confusion, all this, people, rioting and craziness, and like almost like confusion in the marketplace, and then people vote a theocracy in. It almost reminds me of like some scrubby guy that could never hook up with a 10 unless all his buddies went away hunting and he's got some good-looking girl drunk and made his move. In real life, you'd never be able to, like, all the moons would have to cross for a theocracy to exist. The society would have to be, here I mentioned Sharia law, bring it in for 24 months, for example, because things are so pitiful. And we all want peace, I think, even peace through violence. I'm all for it.
We'd have to do away with the Bill of Rights, though. And you couldn't have a voting process.
But there's ways of not doing away with it, just like suspend it, like put on vacation or something like that.
Am I a bad guy for giving my cat little tiny pieces of this?
Yeah. I mean, you're not a bad guy. I know you love your kitty, but it could really fuck him up.
No. I give her little tiny little pieces. She likes it.
Hey,
She'd probably like heroin if you give her a little bit of heroin too. What are you gonna do?
So why would it have to be Sharia law and not just biblical law? Like if you go by biblical law, an eye for an eye, right? So why does it have to be Sharia? Why not extremist Christian?
Because the Christian community is just too polite and docile and civilized. We need some beasts to come
Not
here
the
and put all these
extremists.
violent people. Yeah, why not? They're
the people who believe in Sharia are extremists of Islam, not all of Islam.
Correct,
Most
but
of
they're
them
very violent.
and
The
the
streets.
Christians who believe in extremism could bring about similar law to Sharia law. Just
I heard of Sharia law before. That's Jude Law's sister, right?
I don't think it's quite the same. I think the most extreme of the Christian extremists are not as bad as the Muslim extremists, and that in the world of Islam, where the majority are Islam practicing people, it's a plurality that support extremism, what we would call extremism here. I don't think you'd find that in Christian societies.
Really?
Yeah, we
What
need
about
to
the
Yeah, really.
Crusades?
low
What about the
testosterone ones.
Crusades?
That was thousands of years ago. You're making the point.
Yeah,
No,
not
I'm
modern day.
2000 years ago, or before the Christian Reformation, yes, Christians were the most extreme. Now is Islam is the most extreme.
right, but we could just take it back to that Christian extreme instead of going over to Islam if you're gonna like do that. Why?
You'd have to undo the Reformation.
Well, just like you'd have to undo the Bill of Rights and democracy. I thought we were in fantasy land here.
And that was my point, that you wouldn't be able to do that, but I think it would be, to Master Kim's point, it would be a lot easier to temporarily usher in theocratic fascism by way of suspension of civil liberty than it would be to undo 2,000 years of Christian enlightenment.
Yeah, well said. Just bring in these Arabic pit bulls. A lot of them are inbred, so their brains aren't even right. We just need them for 24 months. Clean up the streets. If that means my daughters and wives got to wear whatever that pillowcase over their face, fine.
I say this: just give me ultimate power for 2 years, and I assure you, and at the end, if you think I'm a bad guy, unalive me. But just give me 2 years where I'm like, there's a series of books called The Secret Truth. If I could do that, I guarantee you everything will be fine in the end.
I want to usher in a catocracy.
No, because I'm just going to go take care of stuff.
The entire parliament will be made up of Kites, and I will have a cabinet made of cats, and the cats will randomly choose what laws we have, and the Kites will vote on civil rights.
It'll be exactly the same thing.
What about the catsies?
I gave Shameless a wrench just because of that icon.
The catsies. Oh, the catsies.
I'm like, they need a wrench. It's the most adorable thing I ever saw in my life. Yep.
You know, my family used to own a Chinese restaurant, and you cannot blend cat white meat with chicken meat. It just doesn't blend together. It doesn't fry. It doesn't cook the same.
Yeah, this guy's about to get banned.
You forgot all about the gatitas, Dan. All right, Dan, you just completely forgot the gatitas.
No, gatitas are included in the cabinet, and technically,
He just said he was gonna eat your cabinet. Anyway, let's do this.
no, he did not. He said you can't get away with it.
Christian nationalism, if I vote because of how I feel about being a Christian.
It's more than that. That's part of it.
But Christian nationalism is when the whole country is based on Christianity.
That's fine. That's fine. We have a different definition of Christian nationalism, and as long as you're okay with my belief, it's like we should all probably say.
You're just like proud to be a Christian, right?
No, I think it's more than that, right? For example, I'd say I'm proud to be a Christian, and I think we should outlaw abortion because of Christianity.
Okay, what's wrong with that?
Okay, so that's more than just being proud to be a Christian, though.
What?
Hold on. Okay. Then we're gonna need someone smarter than me to explain this. Michael, I've known you the least amount of time. This will be hilarious. Can you explain to me that? Okay, it says here, I got my friend CFW, got Rob saying something, and then I see in the United States, a secular state is more beneficial to Christianity and Christians than Christian nationalism.
That's the prompt.
Right, and so is Rob arguing against this prompt that is here currently?
See, that's what I couldn't figure out. I was trying to get him to. I wanted him to say that, that let's take it a step further and say that now, since the United States has control of Christianity, right, and control of making laws that have to do with Christianity, that means that they can make things to their agenda by controlling the Christian people.
No, you're not answering the question.
So in other words, they can make the Christian
Is
people like.
Rob arguing
Oh, okay.
against this prompt?
No, he's arguing for it.
Well, yeah, except for we had different definitions of Christian nationalism.
So then why is he arguing that Christian nationalism is good if this says that the secular state is more beneficial than Christian
That's what I couldn't
nationalism?
figure out.
Because
sounds
Christian
like
nationalism is secular. That's what you people have
'cause
failed to understand for the
there's
entirety of
different-
this conversation.
because there's different denominations. Is that what you mean?
Tennyson, we decided before the
Because
debate,
it-
before you got here, that secular meant separation of church and state.
In which there is, which there still would be under Christian nationalism.
Okay.
For the sake of the argument.
Literally, the Christian nationalists who founded this country also did it with separation of church and state.
Yep. I get you. But he's arguing.
But if you would have told me that before I started, I could have like argued differently. But I can argue either
I
way.
don't think they're arguing the prompt at all, and that's why. I mean, that's
I argued what I thought the definition was.
They usually don't argue the prompt, like in these things.
Well, that's why I tried to get the words defined before we started arguing.
Yeah.
So
It's
I went with the
confusing when
definition.
on the screen it seems like that I just don't understand.
Yeah, it was confusing. I had to keep looking at it because
I don't-
non-secular meant
I don't understand if he's arguing for or against this prompt. It sounds to me as if he's arguing against it, but I don't understand.
What does it say under than?
It says, in the United States, a secular state is more beneficial to Christianity and Christians than Christian nationalism. So I'm confused by what's happening because it seems like he's arguing for Christian nationalism, yet this is saying that a secular state is more beneficial to Christianity. So it seems like he's arguing against the prompt. I'm sorry that I'm not smart like you guys. It takes me a long
the
time to catch
prompt
up.
is
I can't
arguing
figure
against
stuff out.
itself.
Okay.
And I don't think either one of them's arguing the prompt at this point, which is normal, right? You would
Okay.
agree. They usually stop talking about the prompt and get into arguments about definitions, which is what we're seeing here.
Yeah, I don't do that. I'm just trying to. It sounds to me as if he's arguing against this. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. And CFW's just arguing whether or not Christian nationalism is a bad thing, rather than whether or not a secular state is more beneficial to Christianity. So I understand the difference here is, well, CFW does not. CFW, the one thing is you did eviscerate him a few times during this because you're just arguing whether or not Christian nationalism is beneficial.
right. But I could
which
figure
I
out
don't
beneficial
disagree.
to
I don't
who,
disagree.
like beneficial to who,
Christian
the government
nationalists?
or the Christians. See,
Christian
like
nationalists.
it says in the United States, a secular state is more beneficial to Christianity and Christians than Christian nationalism. Well, that doesn't. How is
But-
being secular more beneficial to them? Because if they were Christian nationalists, then they would have everything their way.
But recently,
But secular
over the
blocks them.
past year or so, I've actually started agreeing with Christian nationalists and like complete lunatics, just because I want America to take over the whole world because I had about enough of the nonsense. Get it? Like I'm sorry. The Christian I agree with part of what Denison's saying. Is that Christian
am I saying?
nationalism allowed for us to have rights. Large majority of the world, people do not have any rights. There's more slaves now than there ever has been at any point in history ever. And as somebody pointed out in chat, on who it was, Shameless or somebody said, "Hey, yeah, but that's just because there's more people on Earth." That's not a good argument. That's a negative argument.
Arguably because the Protestants won here. That would have to be put on the table if we're going to be honest.
And we got any rights, and then we allowed women to not just be baby factories. Yeah, it's nice. I actually like that. It would make me sad if my mom was just a baby factory.
They weren't just baby factories. They were the matriarchs of society. And now they're corporate whores just like men.
No, I'm saying like some places.
They lost their place in society. They didn't gain anything except some financial independence, which again, really, at the end of the day, that just makes you a corporate whore.
Say hi to the people. Say, hi, my name's Genocide, and I'm annoying my daddy. My heart's beating real fast. Look, she's adorable.
Can't see her. The comment.
I'm getting it. Hold on. Bam. Genocide.
Void kitty. That's a void kitty with black whiskers.
I know.
So if they close their eyes, they're truly void.
Yeah, she's adorable. No, she got white under her neck. A couple sprigs. Couple little tiny sprigs of white under her neck. Oh no. Yeah, just barely. Like, look. Hold on. Let's hold her up. It's hard to hold her up. She's getting big. You can't even see it. See? It's even hard to see. She's got a couple tiny little white whiskers under there. Or like neck hairs, right? But she is Dorbs.
Tin Fin, what's your cat's name? In all
Genocide.
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 That's awesome. Genocide. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep. You want to know why?
That's so he can call upon genocide whenever he wants.
Yes. Also, so that she would think she's fancy when she hears her name on TV. Right? And then also in commemoration of the genocide of the gay people by the trans agenda. Yeah. Isn't that nice? 10th man, story time.
Now, before you get to the butt, you acknowledge that's more than before you get to the butt, you acknowledge that's more than just being.
You just said it was because
before we get to the butt, that's more than just being proud to be a Christian, correct?
Wait, you said that you don't believe in abortion because why?
I want abortion outlawed because I think it's an abomination to my Christian religion.
Okay.
Is that Christian nationalism?
No.
Is that more than just being proud to be a Christian?
No.
You don't think that's more than being proud to be a Christian?
Because you based your idea on Christianity.
Okay, but I think enacting policies based on my religion is more than just being proud to be a Christian.
That's what Christian nationalism is, Jesus.
I'm proud to be a Christian, but I don't think that should influence our political system.
Why not?
But that's my point. But therefore, it's more than just being proud to be a Christian.
So just funny thing. I have to extend my genocide moment. Genocide. I had to buy lights. You've seen them around my house that go on the ceiling so I can't have any dark spots in my house or else you'll get stepped on. You can't see her. You can't see. We tried to put a collar on her one time, and I wish I had a video of it, but I found it distressing, so I didn't think, like, hell, this is something I should record because I made my husband take the collar off her right away. She like stood up and just like was shaking her head. I know she wasn't having a seizure, but it looked like it, and she's like,
yeah,
like this, and she didn't like it at
Some
all.
cats hate it.
Off right now. I do not like. No, you're not eating my cords. Go. Go lay down.
Oh, to be honest with you guys too, I could care less about this religious stuff or this nationalism, Christian nationalism. I was just trying to trigger him and make him rage quit. That's all I was trying to do.
You didn't like the way he talked to the other guy, probably. Too.
Yeah, I was just trying to get him mad at me, and I do get a little bit better. I mean, when I start doing the dumb act, but I got him pretty triggered because he started calling me names.
They won't let me up there.
What I'm suggesting.
I'm banned.
Wait, well,
I don't think that's enough. It doesn't go far enough.
Abortion on the Bible and Christianity.
What's that? I'm sorry, I missed the beginning.
Based your idea on abortion on based on the Bible.
Look, here's proud to be a Christian. Here's proud to be a Christian here, right? I say go beyond just being proud to be a Christian. For example, someone who's proud to be a Christian could say, I'm personally proud to be a Christian, but I'm okay with my religion not having any influence on politics. I'd say that's not enough to just be proud to be a Christian. You must go beyond that. So I'm doing more than being proud to be a Christian.
But when you use religion to create a law, that's not right. You're using Christian. What you're saying is you're voting about abortion based on how you socially feel, not politically.
But you just said it's not Christian nationalism.
Christian nationalism is when the government says we're Christian and we're going to base all our laws on the Bible and Christian ideals.
So you might think it's bad for me to vote or push laws because of Christianity, but it's not Christian nationalism.
No, it's not Christian nationalism according to my definition. My definition is when the government says we're Christian now and we're going to make our laws based on the Bible.
I'm not suggesting it. So why is it quote bad for me to push?
So then when you
let me finish. Let me finish.
I have an injury, so I have to say first. So when you base your ideals on your ideals on abortion on Christianity, that doesn't mean that you're a Christian nationalist.
Great, that's what I'm saying. Awesome. Now, why is that bad though? Why is it bad for me to use my religion to determine what laws we should use?
Why would that be bad?
You said it was bad. You just said it was bad.
No, I didn't.
You said you said quite literally, if you use your religion to pass a law, like because Christianity, that's bad. But it's not Christian nationalism.
Not you. If the government says, "Yay, we're Christian now, and we're only going to make laws."
No, that's not what you said. Again, okay, then maybe I'm misunderstanding. So the government doesn't say, "Yay, we're Christian now." They just say, "I run for Congress and I win," and I say, "Here's my law that says gays should be banned because it's a sin."
Okay.
It passes. Is that okay?
as long as the law doesn't state, because the Bible says so and God told us to do this.
I said because it's a sin. That implies it's because of religion.
Oh yeah, you did. If that's included in the written law, then that's
the written law. The written law never says why. Like, we don't have laws against first-degree murder that says because it's really mean to murder people.
Well, I mean, but murder is like against everybody's religion, isn't it?
I mean, not necessarily it's irrelevant to the conversation anyways. What I'm saying is, if you're saying it's okay as long as the law doesn't specifically say this is the reason for the law, but no law say that.
As long as the law doesn't separate Christians from other people that are not maybe Christian.
Yeah. So, for example, it's not like
that law's not.
Hold on. Is that from a movie or something? I'm picturing you walking around with a duck yelling, "Come here." S word for people that are indentured.
Oh.
Is there a movie scene where they're?
Picture walking around duck yelling, "Come here, Steve."
I guess.
But wait, it's not like the law would say we ban homosexual except for Christians. It's not gonna say that.
No, but they can't. But do they? But if they ban homosexuality based on the Bible, then that's not secular.
Okay, I don't understand. You keep waffling on this point.
No,
right?
Not.
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
No, you're saying it's not secular. Okay, it's not secular. So is it bad? That's the question I have.
Is it bad?
Yes.
It would be bad if you weren't Christian.
But is it objectively bad, or I guess objectively in your terms bad?
If the law is based on a religion and not on a secular belief, right? Then it is bad. It's a bad law.
When you vote for a law, or if you were a lawmaker, you created a law. Yeah. Why would you do it?
You know, that's the weirdest thing. This thing that Michael said is a thing that I've talked about many times. Is just pretty much like the superpowers. They're super elite rich families of the lizard people. I think they use all of this for a reason, so that you have opponents, right? And then they're like, oh, well, we'll just get a whole bunch of people from over there to come and take care of it. It's like, that's a weird suggestion. Almost like that was part of a plan. Almost like we do it to each other's areas just to keep the population down for something to do. It's got nothing to do with resources or nothing. To build fucking arcs.
Why would you do it? For the good of everybody. But actually, I wouldn't, because government, we have enough. I mean, there's enough governments too entwined with this already. So.
How would you determine what would be good for society and laws that we should pass?
It'd be based on my observations. It'd be based on the people around me.
Your moral framework.
Correct. There you go.
Okay. Yes. And so why is it? Why? Oh, cool. So why is it a good thing for you to create laws based on your moral?
Agreed. Shameless.
Framework. But a bad thing for me to do it based on mine.
Only if the law includes is because of your religion.
Okay, what if you said, I am passing a law that says that you can't charge more than 10%?
Denizen, if you ever get donations, we can play money clips for you, and you just tell me whichever one you'd like me to play that's your favorite that you remember. Once you start remembering, and then that's how we'll do the money clips. Sound good? Let's do it.
Interest on credit cards, and that's because of my morality, because of everything I've experienced in my life.
But the country's not. But the country's not saying, "Yay, we're Christian," and that's not a Christian belief.
The country's not saying, "Yay, we're Christian." In my example,
right? Well, I mean,
you said that even if said that's why you said it wouldn't be Christian nationalism, but it still wouldn't be secular, and it's bad. That's what you said.
Yes, if a law.
So my question is,
if a law is discriminatory or leaves out people of a country, or whether and infringes on their freedoms, which is what we're supposed to be protecting, then it's a bad law.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
The question I have is, why is it for me as a Christian to use my moral framework? That's bad, but for you to use your moral framework to pass that is absolutely what you said.
I said you're allowed to use all your background, your religion, your experiences, all your social aspects.
My background, my moral framework is Christianity. And so if I pass a law and say the reason is Christianity, why is that bad?
Because the government hasn't said, "Yay, we're Christian," and we're only going to base on the Bible.
Okay, I asked, why is it bad? You said it was bad. You just gave me a reason.
I said it's bad if the country says that the law is based on the religion.
Okay, if the law is based on the religion, or if the whole country is based on the religion. Mm-hmm. Which one's it bad? If the law is based on religion, is it bad?
It's only bad if the country says we're
CFW. Scrooby Dunch 15 says this lady rules.
Landry sock.
Oh.
Probably.
We're Christian now.
So and then the law, and you said that would make us Christian nationalism if we yelled, "Yay, we're Christian now."
Yeah.
Okay, so then so just to be clear, previously when you said, "Look, this wouldn't be Christian nationalism, but it wouldn't be secular and it's bad."
Christian nationalism.
Let me finish. Okay. So when you said that, now you withdraw that, right?
No, I didn't withdraw anything.
Okay, so is it bad for me to not be Christian nationalist? The country isn't saying, "Yay, we're Christian now." It's just me, the lawmaker, saying, "I want this law because of Christianity," and people voting on it. Is that bad?
No.
Okay.
No.
So it's only bad if it's Christian nationalism.
Right, which my definition of we're a Christian now.
Okay, so then I don't know. I think you misspoke, right? When you said, "Well, it wouldn't be Christian nationalism, but it's not secular, and that's bad." I believe you misspoke.
Let's take it a step further, because you've been talking about the same stuff this whole.
You admit that you misspoke when you said that. You take it a step further. You admit that I'm more than happy to take it a step further, but I'm not going to. So you admit you were wrong when you said it wouldn't be Christian nationalism, but it wouldn't be secular and it would be bad. You're now withdrawing the it would be bad portion. You said it like 7 minutes ago. Yes. I said if I said a pet.
Did she?
Yes.
I don't think I used the word bad at all. I don't know.
He used the word bad, and you said yes.
I did.
Yes, but that's a lot of times we're just going, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
like
Like, that's what I
continue.
mean.
Yes, continue.
Oh my God. These people. No, me telling you, please skip ahead to the end of your 5-minute tirade and just say the thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
No,
in this case,
listen to your hypnotism first.
he's not trying to get to a point at this with this. He's trying to pin her down to a position.
But see,
because
I
she's
kept
all
twisting
over
away
the
from it.
place.
I kept twisting away from it because I was just doing the same thing he was doing to the other guy. So I was twisting out from underneath his pin, you know, and he was getting madder and madder because I kept twisting out and pretending like I
think we're
didn't know
almost
what
done.
he didn't know. Like I was pretending like, what? I said that?
Do you go right to the end? Oh no, we're not watching all that. Yes. Let's go to when.
Yeah, skip the part where he's calling me
CFW raid
names
quit.
because he got really mad at me because he started calling me names and oh my God. And then they threw me off the stage.
I didn't know it was this long. Holy crap. And then he
Threw me off
shuts
the
down.
stage. They
Good
threw me
job,
off the
guys.
stage.
Good job.
Against the law. We don't have separation of church and state.
According to your definition of church and separation of church and state, no, we wouldn't.
So
That's why I don't embrace that definition.
So why don't we? So what's your definition? Why do you have?
I gave it twice now recently.
Okay, I'm gonna write it down.
The CFW calls this guy the yelling guy. She doesn't even know his name. That's what she called him when she came up here. The yelling guy.
Tell me your definition of
I
separation.
gave it twice. I'm not giving it a third time.
Because you don't have it. You don't know.
I gave it twice. I just literally gave it to you like 2 minutes ago.
Let's say it again.
Separation of church and state means that we can't have an official state religion and state doing
Can't
controlling
have
our
an
state
official.
functions.
Can't have an official what?
State religion that's controlling our government.
Oh, this is great. She's making him wait while she writes it down by hand.
But he said it different. He said it different. He said like he said one thing and then he said another thing. So he said it differently when I was writing it down. Did you see that? Like he said something at first, then he said something second, and I wrote the second thing he said down.
It's essentially the same thing.
At this point, I don't care about the details. What I love is that you're giving him the same ex-girlfriend energy that they give me. That's all I care about at this point. She's like, hold on 1 second. Let me get a notepad. Now I'm going to hold you to the plate. Ex-girlfriend energy. It's great. Oh, this is great.
Government.
Okay, that's what I said.
No, it's not.
It is.
Okay, so then you never. Oh, okie dokie. That's your definition as well. Okay, so then the Soviet Union
pulled out the okie dokie
was separation of church and state.
No, I said what I said is we can't have government using religion to make laws, and you said we can't have an official state religion controlling our government.
Okay, that's it. That's now your definition of separation of church and state.
That's what I said too. I said the same thing.
So then the Soviet Union was separation of church and state. You were mistaken.
No, because you said that the Soviets are actually they weren't really Soviets, they're Bolsheviks, and it was during the 1900s. And I don't have to look that up on ChatGPT to know. You said that they jumped the Orthodox Christians and killed them all.
What part of that definition that you just agreed to said that wouldn't be separation of church and state?
That's not because wouldn't they have to make a law before they killed all the Orthodox?
What does it matter? There's not an official state religion to make the law, so it would still be separation of church and state.
So there wasn't an official. Okay, so there was not. It was a power move. It wasn't any kind of.
Okay, based on that definition that you just said, I agree with your definition, Rob. I totally agree. We just can't have a state religion. That's all separation of church and state is. Then why the Soviet Union falls into that definition? So how could you claim if your definition is the same as mine that they didn't have separation of church and state?
Okay, let's talk about the Soviets again. That was a dictatorship, right?
Sure.
So dictatorship is completely different than democracy, right?
What does that have to do with whether or not they have
It means
separation
that
of church
separation of church and state is a doctrine that can only survive and survive in a democracy, not in.
It's irrelevant to the question of.
You just cut me off again?
That's not true. Go ahead.
Okay, let me speak. So, if the Soviet Union at that time was a dictatorship because it was Stalin, I think that took over. Was it Stalin? Yeah, it was Stalin and then Lenin. Stalin killed like 12 million people and he took away their guns. And he didn't do that because he was a nice guy and there was a democracy there. Nobody got to vote on it. So there was no separation of church and state in a dictatorship such as Stalin erected. Democracies, that's a church separation of church and state only thrive in democracies, which is what we have here.
That's not true. You could have a dictatorship.
No, that's definitely not true.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, so
if separation of church and state's no state religion,
No,
yes,
but
you could actually, yes, you could absolutely have a state dictator that's not involved in religion.
Okay, so then why did he kill all those Orthodox Christians?
Power. Your definition of separation of church and state is no official state religion making laws. Soviet Unions did not have an official state religion making laws. In fact, it literally was founded on the antithesis of that. Right? It literally said we must have secularism. We must have separation of church and state. That's what they said. They did not have. They did not have separation. The Soviet Union have an official state religion.
I don't know.
No, they did. Therefore, they, based on the definition you've conceded to, had separation of church and state. You say no because only democracies. That's not true whatsoever. There is no evidence anywhere, nor any logical conclusion that would say that only a, quote, democracy could have separation of church and state. It doesn't even logically make sense.
Yes, because only in a democracy do we have freedom.
It doesn't.
No.
What does that have to do? Separation of church and state is not synonymous with freedom.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
On my side.
It is not synonymous with religion.
Let me finish again.
I'm not going to be on your side when you're deliberately making bad faith arguments just to trigger somebody.
Okay.
Because he was mean to your auditor friend.
Yes, you can.
I didn't know who that guy was in the black shirt.
Define separation of church and state.
Let's define democracy. In a democracy,
define separation of church and state. Then you can define democracy.
I already explained to you what that was, but I'm going to
right. And so there is no state religion in the Soviet Union. So there's no separation.
Let me talk. That's so weird. Go ahead. Okay. So as I was saying, in a democracy, we have separation of church and state.
That's not true. Based on your definition of all democracies have separation of church and state.
Most democracies have separation of state.
Do all democracies have separation of church?
All democracies. I'm talking about my democracy.
Do all democracies have separation of church and state?
I don't know. I can't answer that because I don't know.
Why would intuitively? Why would there be any relation to the two?
Can I answer the question, or are you just going to keep talking?
Yes, I asked the question.
Church and state means that we have freedom of government not interfering with our religion. That's what separation of church and state means.
What does democracy have to do with that?
Because if you live in a dictatorship,
nothing.
Then that's a dictator.
If anything, democracy makes it more frail.
Definition of separation of church and state that you agreed to was no official state religion. Soviet Union didn't have official state religion. You make two claims here. One, if you're a dictatorship, you can't have separation of church and state because you wouldn't have religious freedom. That's not true. There have been dictators that have not ruled based on religion and have allowed people to practice religiously. Therefore, disproves your argument that any dictatorship could have. Secondly, it's not true that all democracies would have separation of church and state. In fact,
yeah. See, the problem is all these people want to operate in absolute.
No,
they want to operate in absolutes and then not accept nuance, and then act like they can talk about nuance, but they can't. And it's just like I don't even understand.
I mean, if you can't have separation of church and state, if you kill all the people that aren't your religion,
they had separation of church and state in the Soviet Union.
Well, he told me that the government killed a bunch of Orthodox Christians, and I told him first. I
to
said,
stop them from taking power.
But what I said to him is I can't argue that point because I don't know that history right there. He goes, well, I'll tell you this: the government killed all the Orthodox Christians there. I'm like, well, I guess they didn't have separation of church and state because they just killed the enemies for power. That's exactly right. And so they
did have separation of church and state.
Yeah, they separated all the Orthodox Christians, lined them up along a ditch, and then shot them all.
No, they separated all the religions from the state, period.
Did they kill all of them too? Because he was just talking about the Orthodox Christians.
Anybody who tried to take power in the state, yes.
Okay, so then they don't allow the Orthodox Christians to practice. That was my point.
No, they allowed them to practice, not in the state. They can't have state power.
But they killed them all, so that's not allowing them to do their religion.
No, you were allowed to practice Orthodox Christianity under the Soviet Union.
Right.
Oh, yeah, just like you were allowed to be a Jew during the Holocaust.
Right.
Okay, I get you. So technically, they were allowed to still be Orthodox Christians, but they were going to be like...
There's no decree against Orthodox Christianity in the Soviet Union.
They don't have to decree it. No, that's like saying...
There was a decree of separation of church and state.
They weren't targeting any of the.
They killed the enemies. They killed the religious people they didn't like.
Russian Catholic people in Ukraine. There was no official doctrine for them to go and do these things to those people.
What about when they burned out
what people?
That's what I'm hearing. The Catholic Russian people in Ukraine,
burning all the Protestants.
I don't know what you're talking about.
May I?
Sure.
Yes, you do.
We're almost done this thing.
Bloody Mary, she burned all the Protestants in England.
Never mind.
No.
Go ahead, Witchy.
Is that what you're talking about, 10th?
I am talking about that. I don't know if they jailed them or unalived them, but there was a lot of controversy going on in Ukraine with Catholic Russian people in Ukraine at the onset of the Ukraine skirmish.
Which has nothing to do with Bloody Mary, right?
No,
I'm not sure
no,
what you're
you're
even
right.
talking about.
I was talking about Vladimir. I was saying that, you can't have separation. If you get rid of the people whose religion you don't like, if you just
Right.
kill them all, then there's no separation because then, well, of course, they're probably still practicing it as they're being burned. At the
It's not
stake.
about religions you don't like. They prohibited all religions from having state power.
Okay.
Orthodox Christianity was in direct opposition to their state power.
Right. So, but then they didn't really have separation of certain church and state because they just got killed. The ones they didn't agree with, right? The ones that were in power.
That's how they got separation.
That's how they got separation of church and state.
Christian Orthodox out of power.
Oh my! I thought separation
finish
of church
this.
and state
It's
was
almost
that
done. It's almost done.
In fact, a pure democracy of 51% of people voting some way would mean that you wouldn't have separation of church and state because 51% of the people could vote to outlaw a specific religion, and that would still be democracy.
But your example of the Soviets killing all those like Orthodox Christians, I guess you said, right? Was that separation of church and state?
I think that there was still separation of church and state.
Oh, you're talking recently.
Which you agreed to.
Yeah.
Now, see, here's what happened. Let me explain to you what happened here.
Yeah, I've heard about that. What does that have to do with what we're talking about?
Definition is the exact same as my definition. And I said,
Is that,
That's like-
but
that's
Denison, if you
saying
kill
that,
all
well,
the Catholic Ukrainians, is that really separation of church and state? If you're just going to kill the people that
right.
of the religion,
I don't know about any ideals for the
I'm
Ukraine
asking
government
you.
or the Russian. I'm answering
That
your
happens
question.
with every-
I'm answering your question.
Okay.
I don't know about any ideals for the Ukrainian government or the Russian government to have separation of church and state, or that it has anything to do with the conflict in Ukraine. I'm talking about the Soviet Union, which specifically declared a separation of church and state. And when the Orthodox Christians wanted to run the state, they killed them because they were a church that was in control of the state. So in order to enforce the separation of church and state, they killed the church that was in charge of the state.
And I would
So
disagree with that.
So it's like, we're going to let you be Orthodox Christians. Wink, wink. But if you
No, you can be Orthodox Christians. You can't run the state.
Yeah.
Are you being deliberately obtuse, or are you having a stroke right now?
I see what you're saying. You're saying that a group of people who happen to want to beat the Bolsheviks out or win, they happen to be Orthodox Christians. So that's what it wasn't. They weren't killed because of their religion. They were killed because they wanted power. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay.
Right.
But
So
they
that's-
happen to be
Yes,
Orthodox
exactly.
Christians.
It's just that we can't have state religion.
Yeah,
I
you
said the
said
same thing as
can't
you
have
said.
official
I
state
said,
religion.
really? You said the same thing as me. You said,
Calm
yes,
down,
the
you have a
exact
heart
same.
attack.
I
Someone there to help you.
said, oh, so then you agree that the Soviet Union had separation of church and state because based on the definition I just gave that said what separation of church and state, they meet that definition. You said no, I disagree because the definition you gave was different.
No, you said that separation of church and state means that you can't have an official state religion controlling our government.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
And I said the same thing. That
Unlisted. The only problem I have with it is that you haven't hit up the donos.
But your definition
If you're enjoying this content that fucking much, you need to hit up my PayPal, sir.
no kidding. Government controlling our religion.
So your definition.
Video, it didn't happen. Unlisted. Send that over to my email immediately. I promise I will not show it. I will open it on a different computer.
Send dick pics to 10th Man and send donos to Denizen.
Yeah, I would actually take that exchange, please. Yes. A bag of you. I'm not into gigantic ones. You don't have to be worried. That it can just be average. I like that.
Why'd you switch up on me?
Your definition wasn't the same as mine.
So you're saying that you can't have an official state religion controlling our government, but it's not.
See, Denizen, how good it is having a gay wingman? Smart.
No.
Smart having a gay mascot. Super smart.
The religion that controls. It's the government that controls, not religion. Religion doesn't control the government.
Was your definition the exact same as mine?
Mine was that you cannot have. I said that the separation.
Imagine all the sniz that you get. Look, I got all women on my panel except for me and you. Because I don't. They love me.
Sniz?
Vagina. It's what gay dudes like me and Andrew Wilson call vagina.
Separation of church and state means that the government can't make laws, right, that pertain to religion, that are using religion as a base for their laws. That's what I said.
So your definition was not the same as mine.
No, yours is wrong. Yours is
Oh, so then this whole point where I pointed out using the Soviet Union example that your definition was different than mine, when you kept saying our definitions are the same, they're the same. Can you say I was wrong? Our definitions were not the same.
You're wrong because
I didn't say our definitions were the same. You did. Now you're saying no, my definition is different and yours is
basically
wrong.
the same as yours, but
no, it's not.
I wrote down what you said. You said we can't have an official state religion controlling our government.
Correct.
That's what you think separation of church and state is?
Yes, that's what I said. You said, I agree. You said, I agree. I have the exact same definition.
I was wrong on that because
right. Thank you. Yes, you were wrong. So the past 50
But you're wrong. But you're wrong.
All you had to do was say this. I'd say, well, you can't have the same definition as me because based on my definition, the Soviet Union would have separation.
Did he drop?
No, say something, Vibe. Good day, sir. Fix your microphone, Vibe. Fix it, fix it. Fix your microphone. Vibe.
StreamYard is fucked, bro.
Yes, it has been getting very fracked.
They raised the price and broke it. I mean,
I know.
You gotta love it.
And it's working pretty good for me most times. Most times. Well, we'll do a quick commercial break. We're waiting.
Shut your stupid mouth.
Your wife with the 3.
Don't talk about my wife.
Married twice before.
Just forward to you throws me off.
Say something again, Vibe.
Sniz.
Under your religion.
You lick
worldview?
Yes.
Your wife has 3 baby daddies and has been married twice before.
And you
under
Yeah, can you say something, Vibe? Yeah, no, you can switch your microphone, brother. Or plug it back in when your kids ripped it out or something.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Yeah, maybe off and on again.
How about now?
Yes.
Oh, wait, actually, let me switch.
Works every time.
There we go.
So this is what Sniz is.
So Andrew, can I sell you on my worldview?
Yes.
Your wife has 3 baby daddies.
She's kind of cute.
Twice before.
And you
under
you lick sniz.
Under your religion.
You lick sniz.
What is that?
You're don't talk about my wife, you stupid. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your stupid mouth.
Your wife with the 3 baby.
What did I just say?
If with the 3
sorry, doll. I'm sorry, doll. Is she morally inconsequential in comparison to your ditch licking?
Do the men that you try to
What was that little like what was that? That thing he did with his arms. That thing he did with his arms.
Let's go check it
like
out.
He was a black woman or something.
You lick sniz. You're don't talk about my wife, you stupid. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your stupid mouth.
Your wife with the 3 baby.
What did I just say?
If with the 3
sorry, doll. I'm sorry.
Somebody did say there last year, they're like, where would gay people be if there were no black women where they steal their personality from? Truth.
Consequential in comparison to your ditch licking?
Do the men that you try to
do the women that you try to
your hatred against
do the women that you try to
that they shouldn't
Charlie, did I bring
women? Do they know
Charlie,
that
did I bring your family?
5 years older?
Did I bring any of your family in?
Stupid.
Did I say anything about your family being stupid, Charlie? It's because I'm better than you, Charlie.
No, it's because you're embarrassed and you know that the traditional values that you try to sell people on are bull because you are not a traditional man.
Chuck, let's go through it.
You are not a traditional man.
Go through
Chuck Law.
Well, you do know that she actually did do a transition and detransitioned, right?
What do you mean? She tried to be a guy and then went back to a girl?
Yeah. She started the transition process.
That's one for the winning team.
Transitioned.
That's different. Well,
Thank the Lord Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, she is kind of cute in a homely way. Hate to.
I like
a good man too.
I like modest women. I think makeup is usually pretty gross.
Well, that was kind of Andrew Wilson's statement when he was saying
conservative dress is good too. Yeah, but that's because he's gay.
I don't think he's gay.
He's gay and gynophobic, which is different than misogynist.
These bitches fuck.
These bitches what? Oh. That's the most fun I've ever had watching Andrew Wilson. God damn.
Attractive? She looks attractive.
I don't know.
Yeah, for real.
Looks attractive.
If Dusty won't make a promise, I'll make a promise. Andrew's one of my best friends. If Dusty won't make a...
What do you think? You're the coolest guy?
What are we looking for, 10th?
They just fucking lie a lot, especially about what they look like, and men don't. In fact, here's what I think. I think that they're not even the fairer sex. I think that if it was the case,
Sorry, I was muted.
That women did not engage in these crazy beauty regimes and their Botox and all their bullshit and nonsense, and they were just plain like men were, that men would actually be the fairer sex.
I fucking told you people over almost a year ago these people were closeted gay. This is coming from a bisexual man who's 51% gay. And I'm telling you, I picked it up immediately.
Yeah, so did I.
See, I still argue against this, right? Like there's this term called...
I know, I argued with Glenn for 5.5 hours about it the other day. I get it.
Okay.
And you would have said, you're right. I did say there was more to it. But you didn't. You argued the whole time. No, we have the same definition. We have the same definition.
Man,
Tree is bitter.
I just want to see when she gets picked.
You don't have separation.
She's got endurance.
Let it try official state religion.
I wouldn't have lasted this long.
Men are hot.
What's that?
Like.
In all honesty, it really depends on what you got going on in the pants, Ike. And I got a funny feeling with, your proposal and all that stuff that you probably got enough. You do put that eggplant icon in quite a bit, and it's usually dudes that have an eggplant, and they're like, yeah, eggplant. Dudes who don't, they don't usually like put eggplants in the chat. That's all I know. So yeah.
I'm hung like a ferret.
So
people still get mad at me because a year and a half ago or whatever, I was on Sarah's panel drinking wine at 5 o'clock in the morning. My mistake is hard liquor, right? I've always been fine on wine. And I described my penis in full detail, and people are still triggered over it.
It would be like premise 1. Caroline likes everything that is red.
Okay.
Premise 2. Roses are red. Therefore, conclusion.
Are they?
Violets are blue. Here's where I get thrown off.
All right, we'll see you later.
Wait, what'd you say? Go back 20 seconds, please.
If roses are red, then
Here's where I get thrown off.
That's for way. You went way too far, but okay, do it.
And so they must have not been secular, huh?
No, the definition of secular that we're going by for this argument is don't have an official state religion controlling government.
Oh, so now you're saying that separation of church and state does not have anything to do with the government. It has everything to do with the religion controlling the government.
It's a state religion, yeah.
No, Donna, he has gravy pressure, not blood pressure.
Okay.
That's what I've been saying the whole time. You understand. Like, I have to say, you may be one of the dumbest people.
I will say, I think he's been losing weight because his breasts have shrunk quite drastically from like 8 months, 10 months ago. Yeah, unless it's just the shirt, because there was a time where I could see his nipples like really, really well.
People I've ever met, and it's amazing.
Yeah, they got smaller.
Yeah. Like, for example, right. If
You just said I'm the dumbest person he ever met. Dennison said that before.
I said like any basic syllogism.
I didn't say that.
A syllogism is like where you have one premise, then another premise.
I asked you if you were being deliberately obtuse or if you were having a stroke.
Syllogism is what?
And like you admitted, you're being deliberately obtuse.
Caroline likes everything that is red. One is 2. Roses are red. Therefore, conclusion.
Violets are blue.
All right, we'll see you later.
That's
what was it again?
I think that was genius. That was a genius response that threw him off. So he's like, "You go."
She broke him. That's great.
What did he say?
He said, "So Carolina likes red, and roses are red. So what does that mean, Caroline?" And she goes, instead of saying, "I like red roses," she said, "Violets are blue," and it broke him. And then they shut the show off.
I mean, it broke him, or it was the last evidence he needed that she wasn't engaging in the conversation.
It was so funny. It kind of glitched when I said it, though.
It's a debate bros method. Like, I mean, I've seen even Emmett did this to me once, where I was going to do a serious debate with him, and he's like, "Yeah, but it's Chat GPT, which had nothing to do with it." And he's like, "Can you prove it's not Chat GPT?" I'm like, "It has nothing to do with the conversation." He's like, "But you still have to prove it's not Chat GPT." I'm like, "But Chat GPT has nothing to do with the conversation." It's a debate bros and she just did it to him.
Switch.
Now he's like, "Yeah, I can't engage."
No, but if it's okay when they do it.
Yes.
When they're playing effed up games. We've seen it too many times. Anyway, and then she gets kicked. See you later, CFW. Good job, though.
Don't you agree with freedom? You don't think we should have freedom?
No, I think you're an idiot that's not worth talking to.
All right.
I had to throw that last.
I said, "Don't you think we should have freedom?" He goes, "You're an idiot, not worth talking to." Yeah, back it up another 20 seconds. This is the best. You loser.
But thanks for coming up, Caroline. Is there anything you want to say before you go?
Yeah, what's Rob? What do you do for a job? Is that your name?
This is what he does.
Why would I even tell you? You can't comprehend it.
I can.
No, I'm not.
I comprehend more than you think.
Let's try that syllogism one more time. You like everything that's red. Roses are red.
Can't
They're
comprehend. He's God.
My job is dealing with stupid ass fucking meth head grandmas like you. See ya. Take it easy, bitch.
All right. Thanks for coming up.
Such a nice guy.
Yeah, see you another time.
That is so.
Yeah, but that part where he said, "You like red, and roses are red. What comes next?" And I said, "Violets are blue."
And guess what happens because of that? I didn't do the other clip because it was dumb.
Yeah, but just wait. Like next time you see him, if this is what he does for a living, this guy Rob, with his views and with his subscribers, he must be collecting some sort of social security check on the side too. Because there's no way he's going to be living off what he's making off YouTube.
He allegedly quit his job and/or retired or whatever he did.
There's no way.
Became a Crucible representative or something, and became a debate bro or something like that.
The Crucible is setting him up right now. I don't know if you guys watched the Joe Rogan, not Andrew Wilson,
I didn't
Rachel
know.
Wilson. But they actually said that they're launching a whole new debate course for women on how to debate feminism. And
that's funny.
Her good friends, Rob Knorr and Andrew, her husband, are helping her create this debate course on how to fight feminism. Now, they're going to make money off of that because Andrew is charging $600. And how many followers does he have? And I guarantee you 10% of his followers have bought that. So that's $60,000 right there, right?
How much did he charge for his little course?
So yeah, I mean, he's going to be generating revenue through the Crucible actions, and I mean, I think Rob Knorr is Rachel and Andrew's love child, right? Like they're just bringing him back into the loop.
But how much is he charging for his little course, his debate course?
They haven't released it yet, but I mean, the podcast from Joe Rogan was just a couple days ago.
So,
they were on Rogan too, and Tim Pool. What kind of?
No, it's only Rachel on Rogan. So after Andrew,
what? Like a regular person, like a scientist, except for her.
That's just
for 2.5 hours. Are you serious right now?
There's a sucker born every minute. That's what Barnaby. That's what they say.
Wait a second. Vibe. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying there 2 days ago.
How
Joe
long was she on there?
Interviewed her on his channel. And he said, I listened to your book audio, and he's like, it blew my mind. And they talked about her book on feminism for 2.5 hours. And she mentioned that her husband, and Rob Knorr are doing a collaboration on creating a online debate course for women on how to fight feminism.
How to fight feminism?
Yeah, I mean, go watch the Joe Rogan podcast. I'm not making this up.
Like, no, come on. Are people really that sucker? They're gonna.
Yes,
People are gonna pay for
CFW. The answer
No,
is yes.
And I'm sounding anti this, but I actually agree with Rachel on her feminism views. So you might hate me for that. I mean, I find it's funny, but they are making money in their ways.
Okay, but listen, they're not making much because they're only going to sell that to women, right? So you've already cut half the population out. Then if you look at the numbers of who watches these things, it's mainly men aged 40 to 60. If you look at your analytics, you don't have a lot of women watching these things. So if they're marketing to the women, good luck with that, because women are not naturally going to go out and try to debate feminism. You know, like they should have like how to pick up a millionaire. That would sell a lot more. That would sell a lot more than how to debate feminism. If I could make a book that said,
and the Cheddar King is saying that Rachel is a
how to dress
feminist.
for success as a woman, that would probably sell more. Or how about how to pleasure yourself without a man? That would sell more. That would sell a lot more than let's debate feminism. Like that sounds like so much fun to me. I'm going to go find somebody to debate them about feminism. Like, come on, they're not. They may be saying they're making a lot of money off that. They're not. They're
Good
not.
morning, afternoon, or evening.
All right, so that was quite the 6-hour introduction to the Page debate. We're going to take a quick break.
That's why I came here. I like Page. I wanted to see the Page debate.
Well, it wasn't. It's not a Page debate. It's a Page for we'll get into it.
All right,
I'm not sure.
Right,
It's new content that no one's seen that I didn't even know existed. So we're gonna get to it in a minute.
Whatever
First, I
you
need
do,
to
do
watch
not
them.
pull up the Joe Rogan podcast at all on your
You got
thing.
does
Everybody that's done that,
anybody
you have to shut down immediately.
I can't watch. Yeah, no, you can't do that.
I don't even know who Joe Rogan is. Who's Joe Rogan, anyways?
Talk amongst yourselves. I need the washroom, so just give me
Okay, I'm going to
a
talk
minute
about
and a
yourself.
half.
Who's Joe Rogan? Who is he? Like, who's Joe Rogan?
Are you kidding?
No.
What was the TV show he was on? The
Fear Factor.
Fear Factor. I can't
Before
tell
Fear
if
Factor, he was
News
a janitor
radio.
or something.
News radio.
But now he's a big then he was a UFC guy. He was like a UFC commentator. Now he's got like one of the biggest podcasts, one of the top 10 podcasts in the world.
Where they had to eat spiders and stuff to get to the next
I can't
level.
tell guys that she's being intentionally obtuse about the Joe Rogan thing. Come on.
No, I don't really know about Joe Rogan. I've had my head up mayors and cops and like those kind of things. I haven't been able to watch anything for fun.
My synopsis of Joe Rogan is he's an idiot and he's a genius. And on his podcast, he plays dumb Columbo, which just works really well in his interview tactics.
I don't know. I like his stand up. He's got a lot of different outlets for his art.
But anyways, I'm going to have to check him out.
Yeah, he's not bad.
A debate on feminism, that's for sure. Come on, Witchy Bitchy. Would you buy a book on how to debate feminism?
Okay,
well,
so
here's
number
the
one,
thing, like, I haven't actually read her book, but I've seen enough of her debates where she talks about what she talks about in that book.
Why? Seriously?
Can I?
But I haven't read the book.
Answer the question.
Can he not hear? Can you not hear her?
Yeah, because I respect your opinion, Witchy Bitchy.
Because I think he might be on an Apple product.
I respect Witchy Bitchy.
Wait, sorry. Who did I miss?
Okay. Hello,
Nikki, ask him if he can hear you.
Carolina. First of all, the book she wrote isn't about how to debate feminism. They're talking about starting a class for that to offer it.
Okay,
The book she
okay.
wrote is kind of anti-feminist, and I am actually interested in reading it because I am not a feminist. Den is the feminist, not me.
Do you want to be a feminist?
I'm not a feminist at all. I think
Do you wanna
feminism
be?
destroyed. No, I think that feminism
Good, we're on the same
destroyed
page.
the family, and I believe that
Yep.
feminism destroyed the economy, and I think that the corporations usurped it to be able to pay two people the same living wage as they used to pay one, and they fucked over all of us. They made us all slaves to a system that doesn't give a fuck about us.
Yeah, so I'm not a woman. But
You like it? Stop it!
I'm not a
Rub
woman.
your nipples at night, going, "Oh, the government." Oh, you do.
No.
I'm from the Gen X generation,
I'm
and
submissive to my
I fell
partner.
into this trap. Like when they were saying every woman goes to college, every woman's equal to a man. And I'm high fiving my female friends in high school when we're all getting into good colleges, and I stayed friends with them. And this is something I agree with Rachel on: is that we were all brainwashed, going, "Hey, we're all equal. We're all supposed to do this. We're all supposed to go to college. We're all supposed to get our careers." And next thing I know, that generation and all the female friends I kept in contact with, when they finally decided to have kids, they wanted to have kids. They were way late in their kid making process. They're all paying tens of thousands of dollars for IVF, and they were able to pump out one kid when they wanted four. Like basically, they were just like the whole school system and education system in society was saying, women, you don't actually get married when you are young. You go get a career and you make a success. And almost all the women I graduated with were successful and all said, "Wow, we were lied to." Like nobody told me that my time clock was ticking in high school. They just told me, go to college, do this, get a career. And it was the biggest mistake I made. I wish I would have actually taken some time, gotten the family first, and then pursued my career. So I agree with Rachel on that. And I don't know. I'm the man. I don't know what you guys think about that.
You've got music playing in the background.
It's not me. What's your age range, Boy Scout?
I'm from Purpose.
I'm 54.
Okay, I was asking because my kids don't want to have kids.
Yeah, well, this is a new generation. My kids probably don't want to have kids either.
Yeah, it's completely different now how styles and trends have changed just in a short period, huh? In a generation.
Yeah, but who's shaping that?
See, my kids want kids.
know.
but
I
they
don't
look
know
at it
who's
and say,
shaping that.
can't
I really
afford
don't.
them.
And it's all their friends are
Minimalist.
Who is doing it? Stop.
Because now you can be whatever you want, right? Doesn't matter
Right.
what whether you have a part down there between your legs or not. Now, like, I mean, everything's just gotten so confusing. Something that's worked for millions of years for humanity, all of a sudden doesn't work anymore in the last 20 years.
Did you ever see the clip that Glenn Lawrence has from this weird ass talk show or whatever? And the dude's sitting there, and they're like, "So, this is your girlfriend?" But he's like, like Jersey Shore guy. Not really, but like that's what he looks like. The Jersey Shore guy goes, "Yeah, this is my girlfriend." And the guy interviewing him goes, "But your girlfriend has a penis. Doesn't that make you gay?" And he's like, "No, she's a girl." Get it? So I can have sex with you, vibe, and as long as one of us say we're a girl, it's not gay. And also, if we both say that we're girls, then we're lesbians.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's all culture, right? So, I mean,
No.
Yeah, it is, because there are heterosexual, and this has been popular in the older days, also in the 70s, of Latin American men. If you're the alpha and you're getting drunk at the bar, you can bend over another male, do him in the ass, and go home to your wife, and you're still not gay.
Well, I'm going to use my clips to communicate to you in pictures. Watch. First, it's this. Where is it? There it is.
You claim to be a gay. Yes, I am. And Mrs. Evans said I should come and talk to you. Because you're the only gay in the village. Well, now you're not. Well, now there's two of us. No, you're not gay. I am gay. I am gay.
Echo.
All right then. If you're gay, who plays?
Doubled up.
Right,
By the way, those
that
guys
one.
are awesome.
And
Gay
then
or
this
not.
one.
I'm retarded.
That second clip
So-
was totally me.
Does that
by
work?
that definition, 10, by that definition, I would have sex, say, with a trans woman, still has a penis. 'Cause I like cock. Does that mean I'm a lesbian now because they call themselves a woman even though I like cock?
What do you call yourself at that point?
Yeah, I mean, it really is.
I'm a trisexual. I'm a trisexual. I'll try anything at least twice.
Nice.
It is whatever your personal preview is, right?
No.
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 So, 10th, tell me this. Like, I am not. I don't think I'm anti gay or like. But if I see two guys kissing on TV, it makes me cringe. And it's not because I hate them or I dislike them. It just is not a satisfying thing for me to see. Now, if I see a guy and a woman, I'm like, oh, that's nice. It's love, right? And I know somebody's probably going to be like, you're so homophobic. I'm like, I'm not homophobic. It's like if I see somebody eating a spider. Like, I don't like eating spiders, so I don't like it. I see two guys kissing. I don't like it.
Have you seen Heated Rivalry?
What's that?
Have you seen Heated Rivalry?
No, I don't think I have.
It's the new hockey show from Canada.
Okay.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Really? Hold on.
Why should I be watching this?
Oh, it's a great show. I liked it a lot. It makes gay people not look weird. Right? It's not like all like in the gay clubs having BBS.
Yeah. And I don't think gay people are weird. Well, I do a little bit, but.
And Russia's Ilya Rozanov. You're an awesome player to watch.
Yes.
Very good hockey. The best, probably.
We've seen each other a lot.
Yeah, Boston and Montreal play against each other often. Ross, you gotta see this.
He's like a huge movie star. Are there any gay hockey players?
No. In the hockey world in general, I find it hard being so high profile.
Isn't that nice?
You're nothing.
Yeah, this is like the new big push too in media, right? I've seen a lot of this where they're actually exposing that not all gay men are gentle flowers, that there are actually masculine gay men out there. There's gay
I
Marines.
seem like a gentle flower to you while I'm eating chips on camera like a fucking ogre.
You were the most gentle flower ever. I've never seen somebody blow up so much from little statements ever. You are a gentle flower, 10. You may not look like a gentle flower, but I know that your feelings are a gentle flower.
Are they?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think so, but okay.
It's a good attribute.
Did that
fits you well.
Okay, so did that ad include the gay kissing stuff that makes you have strong feelings?
No, and when I said strong feelings, it's just something I bring pleasure to me seeing.
Right.
Now, I don't need to outlaw it or anything like that. I'm not saying like make that against the law, but you know, that's me.
Just gives you the tingles a little.
The reverse tingles.
You feel the tingle.
The reverse tingle.
Don't let him trap you with that one, Vive.
Oh, I hate it so much. It's so gross. Right. Listen, I don't like PDA either.
Yeah, same.
Like, I don't even if it's like two 19-year-olds super hot.
Yeah.
You know, they're 19. They're making out in a park, like they're trying to eat the same lollipop or something, and they're fighting over with their tongues. Like, that's not something you need to do in the park.
No. I don't even like it if it's hetero. It's still gross to me.
With one fan.
Like, I'm okay with like hand holding in public, maybe having your arm draped around your lover's shoulder, but kissing is just too sexual for public for me.
I agree, but I'm also I don't.
Here's the thing when it comes to it in media. Like, there was a show on Netflix called Pink Boots, I think, and it's about a gay Marine. And I mean, it's all about a gay Marine. And I am totally fine with that show because it's about a gay Marine and the struggles he's going through as a gay Marine.
Okay.
Totally cool with that. Don't mind. I think it's a great show for other people. Whatever they're experiencing, they probably relate with that, right? But then you have, what was it called? Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And then the fifth show, the guy's like, I got something that I have to tell all you. And I thought this was going to be a big plot twist, right? I thought like, oh my God, is he actually Vecna? What's this plot twist? And he's like, I'm gay. I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with this show?
Which kid said that? Which kid was gay?
Oh, I forget. I actually didn't finish the season just because it ruined the whole thing. Like, it's not that I'm anti-gay.
So the tokenism.
The kid that everybody knew was gay from the first damn episode.
it had no basis. It was only a political statement. And I'm like, if you're going to do a show, just do the show. Don't throw in this random fucking political statements. I'm cool with Pink Boots because that's the purpose of it, right?
Right.
But when you throw this in that has nothing to do with
turn your
the
camera off,
show,
XL. You're good.
And mind you, this took place in the 80s.
Got you, brother.
Is the umbrella.
Yeah, I don't care if the camera's on or off.
Wow, your face does not match your fucking
You guys
voice.
not hear Nikki at all?
Yes, but I was trying to do an introduction.
This face does not match this voice, for real.
No, not at all. It's actually kind of weird. I've always said that about you. Your face does not match your voice at all.
I've heard that my whole life, even though I've had this voice my whole life.
I know, it's just weird.
It has a
But people say the same thing about me. They're like, I thought you were like some kind of Greek. They thought I looked like you.
They thought you looked like a hippie, huh?
Yeah, that's what they said, that I have like long hair and be all greasy. I'm like, nah, bro, my husband hates long hair. So now we are doing a review of the review of Orthodox. Pardon?
Of another review.
Whoa, who's talking?
And another review. And another review.
Wait, is that Beth?
Yes, I'm sorry.
What the fuck is happening? Did you have a nice nap?
I didn't sleep. I've been busy.
What the fuck are you talking about? You've been gone for 5 hours.
No,
you've been playing the same thing for 5 hours.
Let me check the text. I'll tell you what time I left. I didn't sleep.
You know how many things we did since you were gone? I forgot you existed.
I swear to God, I popped over to see what you were doing a few times.
Yeah. All right, hold on. We lost someone. Too many people. Holy shit. Go ahead, Mike.
Hey.
Hey, Mike. All right, sorry. Thank you for coming back, Beth.
Hey.
Much love.
Sorry.
We finished the CFW thing, and now we're moving on to Paige. So
my son had dumped a shit ton of firewood in the living room because I have a new delivery coming. So
why? Oh, that's nice of him.
Under the new, and I went out and took care of my chickens, and I cleaned up my kitchen some, and I've been busy. I didn't sleep this time.
That's some of the times I wish I had a son that could do things like that, carry firewood and stuff.
I thought about going to sleep, but instead I came back to her house.
Okay. Wow. Now we're doing this, Mike. Anything up until now?
Hi, Mike.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm living the dream, darling.
Not really. I just wanted to come to support a little bit, and then I got to do few things.
Good.
Yeah, because even though it's like 2:00 in the morning for me, and the States is still the afternoon, so
yes,
get things out of the way.
How was your vacation going though? Last I talked to you, sound like you're having a lot of fun. How's it going?
Still the same. Having a lot of fun.
You sound tired, homie.
Yeah.
It's 2 a.m. He has to stay awake so he can do business in the U.S.
I got that.
Yeah, I gotta still keep up.
Him.
Yeah, you still, even though you're in a foreign land, you still, if you run businesses and stuff, you have to be awake at a certain time. When those people are awake, you have no choice.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's the way she goes. I know, Mike. I know your plight. You talk about it a lot. I understand.
Yeah. And I'm planning on going other places. So
I understand. I know. You vacationing. Well, you didn't. See, the problem is you didn't really plan your vacation like a normal person would. You're just kind of doing. You're kind of just doing whatever you want to do. fucking
exactly.
around.
I just pick it up and be like, I'll you know what? I should put like a map and like do some darts, like whichever comes next, right? Like just whatever lands, like you know what I mean, like, and then I just be like, okay, that country.
You're scared to come to Canada because it's cold.
Oh, right now, yeah. I mean,
I'm starting to warm up. No, this is I get so happy. That's when I believe in God and why people worship the sun is because like as soon as the days start getting an hour or two longer, I use way less heat and it's like, oh, imagine living in a fucking hut during this shit. Anyway, go ahead, Beth.
Oh, it's fucking beautiful here today. It is so nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, straight up. I love when it's above fucking freezing.
It's fucking like
my heat don't even turn on.
What time is it here? Right? Or what time is it?
2:38.
It's really nice out.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
My son is gone for the day now.
We're in the 80s today. Sorry.
Where are you at?
A lot of people ask.
Fight me with that.
Who's cracking?
A lot of people ask, 10th man, why are you sitting on the internet all day long?
But I have an idea.
Right now, it feels like I have hot coals burning through my body.
I have a great idea. Mike, when you come home, let's go to Canada and visit 10th Man.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't remember who I was talking to a couple days ago. I think it was Tut and somebody else. Danny? I don't even remember. We were talking about where I live. And when I went to the doctor the other day, I was at the U.S. border.
You know what would be fun?
I could have had a meet and greet because I'm across the border, but I don't want to meet none of you guys in real life. That's okay.
Fuck you.
Mike
Mike and I will not give you the option.
You know what would be
We do not
fun?
care about your fucking consent, do we, Mike?
Yeah. You know what would be fun? Because like I did like a road trip, like because I think I let you guys. I mean, I think I talked to 10th about that. Like maybe I'm gonna share that in live about the totality. Remember the eclipse?
Yeah. Tell them about our special show tomorrow or Sunday that we're doing.
What?
Our special show? No. We can't tell nobody nothing.
Oh,
No, if
okay.
there's something cool going on, I want to know.
I can't tell you. No, it'll be.
But
what are we
anyway,
telling them?
I just want to say, like, me and Beth, we should pick you up.
All right.
10th,
There's a
and
secret
your
show
husband.
that Tut and I are doing on this weekend. I can't tell you no more.
But anyway, like, I don't know if this is related to what I was saying. I was just saying that me and Beth, like, pick you up, and then like we should go somewhere else, and like somewhere like in the woods or some shit, like some.
Go fuck yourself, fucking That's the fucking thing anyone's ever said.
I don't
Go
know.
fuck yourself.
Am I like the only one that's random? Like,
Grammy, bro, what the fuck kind of shit is that?
You're gonna fucking Hansel and Gretel his ass.
I mean, come on, let's be creative,
Yeah,
guys.
and then what the fuck yeah, and then we'll go to the woods.
Okay.
We'll go to the woods, 10th man.
Go to the woods, okay?
What kind of?
I don't
Like
know.
a fucking scene from Sopranos. You gotta wait till it's not winter no more so we don't have to dig through the frozen ground. What?
Mike and I gonna take 10th Man out to the woods.
The ground's frozen, 10th man. We can't do it yet. Okay. We're not doing it at all.
And by the way, why do you look like a terrorist today?
What?
Mike,
Yeah,
that's
you look like a
the best
terrorist
thing I've
today.
heard in a while.
Go
Thank
fuck
you.
yourself, nerd.
You look like Stand.
Call you
You know the
fucking
M&M?
Clomag. Come at me, bro.
Well, go to your doctor's office. And yell at him
Oh,
across
my
the board.
face hurts.
All right,
Smiling.
so this is what I woke up to. This is the whole point of this stream. And I gave everybody a 5-hour lead up to get ready for why we're here. And I don't even know, this could suck. So the setup is
I was there for it.
the setup is that I know of. I show up at the end. Paige is arguing with Orthodox, and Paige is defending Speakeasy that we just watched CFW obliterate, as far as I'm concerned, at least 5 or 6 times. And
Grade 1's
now-
gonna come and fucking drop
oh no.
bombs.
I have a question before we
no.
begin with the. sometimes I kind of question Paige because is she speaking?
I like
on
Paige.
Paige is not about. I like Paige. I just don't know. Like, I mean, she's she is a lawyer after all. I forgot about that.
So,
no, what I'm trying to say is that is she speaking truthfully or is at convenience?
there's certain put it this way. There's certain things that she can't speak on because of her job. So you have to imagine that everything that she speaks on is tailored around that.
Because at least my lawyer is getting paid for it, but she's not getting paid for this shit.
I know, it's odd, yeah, but well, we all have hobbies.
My lawyer's bullshit.
Is there pro bono?
Pro bono.
If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
That's why
female orthobroism.
In other
that's
words,
why when I got the job I got, and I picked the position, I told him, don't fuck with me about my social media unless you pay me for my off time too.
Yeah, your microphone is terrible. Especially
I
with the
know.
width of your
I'm
fucking
so I don't have my
natural 1964 Impala or whatever the fuck you got going on there.
No, I'm not in.
Lava, fuck off.
Get your muffler fixed.
Fix it for me.
That sounds much better now.
Okay, snafu snaps.
Go away.
Hell yeah. It's only $2,400. Ain't that what that was saying?
Okay, no, it's 1,200 or 15 or something, but we ain't doing that. Let's watch this because we've been going for 6 hours.
And welcome to an episode of Tired Female Debate.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to get some donations too, or else I'm taking a week off. So get donating, people.
I do too. My son is going on a senior trip, and by the way, don't be worried. Like Grid 1, by the way, can't stand Speakeasy. Holy shit, he wrecks them, and he kind of fucking hands it to Paige too.
Then maybe he'll gain a couple points back because I've had some issues with Grid recently.
I think
just watch this, okay? Just watch.
It's not his fault. There was a lot of whistling.
There's a lot of what?
Whistling.
The fucking assault whistles. Oh my god. The whistles.
Is currently preparing for a trial, so she is very tired. I'm joined today by my co-host, System Crash.
Oh, that's System Crash from in chat. This is the guy that's been chatting to me the whole time. I had no idea. Okay, I get you. What's up, brah?
I'm telling you, there's some inside shit going on here.
Listen, no, I like all these people. I get along with them very well. Do you see me having other than Emmett that few times?
I want you to think about this for a second.
Because Emmett tries to come at me. Hold on, Mike.
Yeah.
Just making sure. Go ahead, Beth.
I want you to think about this. If a Fed was trying to get in tight, to sting operation, they're going to get along with you, right?
What did I miss?
Maybe.
Yeah, they are. Dude, they got to blend in order to be successful. And
I mean, just watch remember on Sopranos with the whole FBI operation, how they were real kind to them, and would sit eat sandwiches with them. They talk about politics and stuff.
Yeah.
See, I'm immune to all of that because of one reason. There's one reason.
Hey, Judy, my link does not work in that. I'm gonna send
it. Doesn't?
No, it doesn't. I'm gonna put it in the back chat.
Okay.
So you can delete just my link and then replace it. Okay.
Back then, when the FBI would actually make friends with the mafia because it's just political. It's just like you give me information and I give you information. I rub your back and you rub mine.
I don't mean to be a dick, but I don't even know what that other weird panel that you guys had the other day or last night or something about like fair weather friends or something like that. And I'm gonna let you go right after me, Mike. But I spent 5.5 years saying that I don't have friends on here. I say people are my friends. In other words, I associate with you and I don't hate you.
Screw you.
But in all reality,
I'm just playing.
And I don't mean to be a dick to anybody, but Mike's really my only real friend. The rest of everybody on the internet are like, I like you. We talk on the internet and stuff like that. But I don't sit there and talk to you about my
your hand
personal.
lickers?
No, but I don't know. Oh, fuck off! I would never say that's disgusting. I would never. No, I'm saying I don't really sit there and
Right now, Beth,
complain to people and tell them my problems like I do Mike. Like Mike and I are like best friends. We talk to each other about stuff that we would never talk to anybody else about ever.
Perfect.
I'm keeping this in mind for the next time I'm pissed off at you, 10th man.
I don't care.
I just want to say that.
Yeah, Mike.
No, real quick that the CIA made friends with Pablo Escobar. They were really great friends until they, when it was time to part ways.
Mike, I already know you're my handler. That's okay. I don't break the law.
And I gotta say, I agree with that perspective because, like I said, this internet really only brings you 0.1% of reality. So if you really truly want to get to know somebody, you got to really spend a lot of time with them.
Yeah,
and that means
Mike
off
and
the
I are
internet.
taking them out to the woods.
Yeah, Mike and I have spent probably, what would you say, 700 hours talking?
Maybe 16,
behind the scenes.
16.
I don't know. We lost track.
By the way, a quick reminder, everybody. I have a big show this Sunday.
Yep. Oh, do you?
Blind
Ooh, that
Faith,
might conflict.
boxed in by religion.
What time does it start?
It starts
You know,
at
yeah.
6 p.m. Eastern. My
Might have to
channel,
start.
Culture Corrections.
Well,
You get a link for it yet?
Yes. Let me grab
Oh.
it. I threw it in the
Yeah,
Discord.
share the link. Yeah.
Yep, I'm getting it. We're gonna talk about all the religious shit that everybody keeps fighting about. Especially, I really want to talk about this idea that
We'll double up and we'll just broadcast on her show, and I'll mirror it in case anything happens, like
Cool.
demons come or something. Just me.
yeah.
We're ready.
There we go. There's the link for the show, 6 p.m. Eastern on Sunday.
So, Mike, you go ahead. You were talking.
I forgot. I was just saying that the CIA and the FBI, they play the same games, and then until they don't need you anymore, they use you.
Okay, I'm gonna make everybody mad.
Why?
Because I'll name all you guys.
Well, you can try to name
What
me,
I
but
think.
I'm gonna be with Mike dragging you out into the woods.
I know. That's why I'm not going.
Yeah.
He says
Go
it
ahead,
like he
mention
has-
me. My lawyer does all my talking.
CIA agent in training. They're grooming him currently.
Mike, he says
She
he's not
is
going.
the
He has a choice.
the mother. She's like mother on James Bond. She is. She got turned last year, and she wants to be a CIA agent, but I don't think they're gonna let her. He gets the coffee
High five.
for mother. This guy thinks everything's a conspiracy, but they're using him to do ops. This guy, they're scared of him, and he's my CIA handler, and I'm the king of motherfucking YouTube, and I don't care about none of it. I think I got everybody.
So they say the best things in life are free.
Yeah.
But you can give them to the birds and bees.
Yes.
I need money.
Yep.
Speaking of which,
That's
Code Red,
what
the
I want.
balcony.
That's what I want.
I need money.
I need money too. I want to be spending more on vacation.
When your vacation's too expensive, Zimbabwe wouldn't bring you crystal. When. Also,
I'm gonna- I'm gonna need a dono soon. Otherwise,
Here's
I
where
gotta
bail.
go to someone else's panel.
Here's
I
where
have to
you
go
guys,
somewhere else and do something else.
Well,
here's where you guys don't have the advantage I do.
all right.
when I get money, I'm gonna get a hot tub, and I will absolutely stream from that hot tub.
Jeez.
Yeah, that is true. I
Quite
agree.
the promise. That's quite the promise.
Then she'll make more money on that.
That means you have to wear like way less clothes than are normal, and people probably like that. Somebody sexually harassed Hut in chat or something, or on the panel earlier. Cage, kicked him right out of here. Get out of here.
I'm sorry, Tootie.
What'd he do?
It don't matter. When I kicked him,
Oh,
and I
okay.
stopped and I said, "Who did you just say that horrible thing about?" And he's like, "Tut," I think he said, or whatever. And he's like, and I'm like, "Bye." I kicked him.
Was that today?
Yeah.
I can't understand half the shit he fucking
It's gotta have
said.
headphones. The only way that I can hear everything is because I got really nice Sony headphones. I got a couple pairs of these. Picked them up at a yard sale for like $15 a pair, but they were like $100 a pair because they were obviously, whatever. And so, they're at a yard sale. What am I gonna do? I got a real, not a yard sale like in front of somebody's house, but like a bazaar.
Oh, I know why he probably says
200 tables.
I hushed him up.
Oh, but they had like they had 3 pairs of these or something, and they were like they wanted $30-something a piece, and I was like, "Give me all 3 for $15 a piece." I worked out, and then he's like, or maybe it was like a little more, but anyway. And then I just said, "Yeah, I'll take all those," because eventually these are gonna break, right? They fall off my desk, whatever. I'm gonna knock one of the headphones off, so I got a couple pair. One of them takes batteries.
Let's get to the page debate. And
Let's go. Everybody keeps interrupting.
And I'm going to interrupt again because I just want to give a shout out to Cleaner, who's in your chat. Chat at the moment. So I'm really glad to see Cleaner.
He had no idea that he was kicked out. He keeps talking. He doesn't know. Vibe, you were kicked out, by the way. You just
That's fine. Like, why doesn't everybody shut up and we'll watch the fucking video? And it's like, and by the way, here's a 60-second shout out to Cleaner. Everyone in the chat, hope you're all having fun.
It was a 10-second shout out. Now let's go to Paige.
You get into that.
But I have one more thing. No, just kidding.
Oh, I love you, Vibe.
Did a piss poor job explaining it, but basically, long story short, he was debating Emmett about almost like along the lines of truth. Josh says that we can't prove God exists, but at the same time, he says that he doesn't really believe in truth. And every time he uses his analogies of why he doesn't believe in truth, why you can't have anything that is true, he has to use approximations, which means that he has to acknowledge truth just to discount truth.
Right.
I held him to that specifically, where he has to admit that if you want to use this as your reason for truth not existing, you have to admit that there's truth, which means that you're creating a paradox for yourself. Pick a side.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, so back into it. Yeah, I got this crazy Odin tree discussion. It's the dumbest thing that I've ever heard.
He doubled down on that like a motherfucker, and we let him have it.
It is crazy. Maybe you can cover that on your own channel if you ever do it.
Everywhere. Everything is Odin.
Everything is Odin.
That's how I feel about 777. I feel like he should have stayed dead.
I got a problem with 777, but that's because he got me thrown off of the damn panel.
Yeah, y'all both fake dying and shit, Josh. Now, there could be only one. I just don't like it because he's a fucking douchebag prick.
I didn't like him because I forget who it was. Oh, it was Venus, right? Like, so it's the first panel I ever really had a chance to talk to Venus, right? 777 randomly just pops up into the show, right? And starts, he didn't like openly accuse me of this shit, right? He just basically hinted around about some criminal record with the PDF concepts, right? You motherfucker, right? Like, what am I going to do? Say, right? It's just fucked up, man. And Venus took it like a champ, right? Like, he's like, I can't really associate with you, right? I don't know you, right? I don't know if this is true or not. Yeah, I get it. Off I went. Boy, I was pissed. I went looking for 7 too. The motherfucker disappeared for, I guess, about a week later. Son of a bitch. God, I was pissed.
Just pointless conversation at this point. Like, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, let's get to some juicy shit.
Jesus.
I was going to.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I can understand. Is Odin. That's why we were giving him that fucking joke. But then he wanted to use this like he also turns around and says, "Yeah, but I don't believe in Odin." Oh, you don't believe in Odin? Okay, so this picture that you're looking for, it's pointless to look for it. You're wasting our time.
That's the dumbest argument I've literally ever heard.
It's just like he kept like doubling back and saying Odin is a tree. Then he says, "I don't believe in Odin, but you have to prove God is." It's just like you can't even acknowledge truth.
I feel so bad for Emmett. He's had like the craziest and most mundanely long conversations on his channel lately, like the one tonight, and then the one that he had the other day with Trench, and then now this one, the Odin's crazy.
I mean,
it's just a metric unit. Like it's a metric of measure.
I let him have it. I let him have his assumption, but it didn't prove anything for us.
Yeah, it's still to me is kind of wacko.
I know it's stupid. That's why I let him have it.
And he ran for that.
Why we got it?
Yep.
And they got the walk-up music going on.
I'm saying so. That's what we were taught. Is it right or wrong? I don't know.
No, how do you know?
I don't know. That's the point. I'm stating. I don't know, right?
Perfect. Then we don't have any good reason to believe that 1 + 1 is the 1 + 1 is 2.
No, it's just a useful tool for communication.
Correct, but we don't have any good reason to believe.
Why did I skip to the part where you come up, Glacier?
So it's deep. Oh, you actually looking for it? Oh no, you're still in the stream. So here's the thing. It takes me a while to actually talk because I'm going in blind and I thought you were streaming. I didn't realize that it was Emmett's panel. So I stayed quiet for a while because I didn't know what the fuck was going on until I realized, wait. What kind of argumentation is this, Josh? And that's when I started to speak up a little.
All right. I'll play it. But I think like you said, I don't think you talk very much in this. I think actually, if I recall correctly, Orthodox guy just skips and then he's like, I don't want to review it because there's no point in it.
He didn't see a point in it, and he's right. It takes a while to get to some of our arguments.
Maybe we just skip to when you come up.
Have me when I show up because technically this deserves a proper review to get to find the more important parts of it because I watched through all of it and that was about
orthosis.
I'm starting to believe this claim less and less of you, to be fair.
Oh, I didn't know you were up here, Dennison. Oh, okay. All you guys got involved. I'm not allowed on this panel. I'm banned from here, Speakeasies, Teriacs, I think Uncle Tom's. I don't even know anymore.
You're repeating it now when the source.
How did you get banned from Teriac?
My narrative.
Because I suggested that one morning I was drinking wine. It was like 4 or 5 in the morning. And I said on Terex that I would interview Andrew Wilson's high school girlfriend just to be a dick. And then Speakeasy called me out and said, "Did you say that?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "Why?" I said, "Because I'm a journalist." And then he kicked me and said, "You don't fuck with my friends." And then the next day, Teriac banned me from his show too. So I'm banned from both. For journalism. I'm not allowed to be a journalist.
I've never heard about such like covert gayness in my life.
I'm not allowed to be a journalist.
I know, dude. They're afraid of your penis. It's turning them.
No, but what it is listen. I wouldn't say.
Sorry, Vibe. I'm sorry, Vibe. Vibe just about died there. I saw that.
No. I wasn't shaking my head at you. I'm just the whole panelverse, right? Just pisses me off because I don't mind engaging with Rob.
I was just fucking around. I probably wouldn't do it. But if somebody said, "Hey, I'd like for you to interview Andrew Wilson's ex-girlfriend and she would like to come on your show," I'd say, "Yeah, let's do it."
Yeah, why not? Right? I'm not. I'm actually. I'll defend you. Right? I'm just like tired of the panelverse shit of everybody like you have to be in this crew or this crew. I'm just freaking everybody engage. Don't do any of this online.
Soul, he should not fear this, right?
I hate these little cliques, and I want to give some points to Andrew Wilson. Last night, I caught 1 second of him actually yelling at his mods because they were kicking people out who disagreed with Andrew's take on something, and he's like, "Why? Stop doing that! You're not going to ban people." He said, "I want people here who disagree with me. That's what makes this a good space. Stop."
Thanks for coming, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Also, Steve Pinder, I put out a specific link for my PayPal with the www. I don't know if that's how the mods are doing it. I'm not paying that close of attention, to be honest. I'm just trying to. I don't really watch the mod accounts as much as the not mod accounts if you understand me, because so I did put a link out there right here, see? And so that will, if you click that, take you directly to my PayPal. It has to have the HTTP or else it doesn't take you right there. And if you'd like to donate, or you can use Ko-fi. And I apologize for interrupting, but just I'm trying to do logistics.
Fine, I'm waiting.
And
Yeah, so
Sarah,
go ahead,
I know
Matt.
I'm horrible at interrupting, but because Sarah just jumped on the channel, I do want to make a shout out to her because my Boy Scout name is because of her.
Nice. You do remind me of a Boy Scout. I like you.
I saw her at a panel and she was talking. I think it was Dusty's channel, and they were talking about me.
I don't get
and
any creep vibes from you.
She was like, Vibe's just the Boy Scout of YouTube, and so
it was really cute.
I put that on there just for Sarah.
I like when you're on panels with ladies because I know they're not gonna. You're not gonna be a dick to them.
No, I'm not. I've got
very
some good
respectful ladies. I like it.
stuff on Sarah's channel as well, where all the men are telling the women what the women think. And actually, Beth was on one of these channels.
Yeah, it's weird.
Alderson's wife and a few others, where all the men. And I was like, guys, they asked a question. Does anybody want to listen to the women?
No.
No.
As a matter of fact, I didn't get any dodos, so I'm peacing out.
All right.
Bye, Dennis.
Thanks for having me, y'all.
All right.
It was a pleasure.
Dennis,
Much
and,
love to you.
good day or good morning or good afternoon for you. Sorry.
Good day.
Yep. Good afternoon, sir.
Good morning and farewell.
It's actually evening for me. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm always happy to see you on a panel that I'm on, Vibe.
Yes. Have a good day, Dennison.
Like I know it's.
I will end your stream.
I know it's gonna actually be same thing with.
I'll give you 60 seconds. Kill your stream, Dennis.
I know there'll actually be intelligent conversation, so I respect that greatly. That's all I'm trying.
I appreciate that, and same thing. That's why I always invite you to mine.
This weekend on Sunday.